Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Anybody?
Joy disappeared. There you go.
Hello.
Hello,
We still
sir.
haven't
How
figured
are
out how
you?
this live thing
No,
works.
we figured it out.
All right. What's going on, guys? How's everybody doing?
How's everybody's Super Bowl Sunday? Armando's watching it on his phone.
I think Joey is
I'm
too. He
not.
has it. He has
It's
it. I'm
all
not
good,
either.
guys. I'm telling you right now, the Chiefs are gonna win. It's not a prediction. It's a spoiler.
Wait, who's Taylor Swift's boyfriend? Is he on the Chiefs? Is he
The Chiefs.
Yeah, he's on the
okay.
Chiefs.
He's-
It's the 𝐿CI brothers.
I think they make a cute couple. I don't know. What do you guys
Nah.
think? Nah.
I don't think they're a couple.
No, you don't think so?
Hell no.
I think-
That's a stunt.
He's really gay. He's gonna come out
Hey,
later.
buddy.
Shut up. No, he's not. Shut up.
Oh,
Okay,
my
so today's subject, we're talking about signs from the other side and synchrony. How do you say it? Synchronies?
synchronicities.
Thank you. So it's an interesting topic. I know me and Jen were talking earlier, chatting back and forth about some stuff that was happening to us, which was crazy.
Yes. So last week, I think during our live, you had your hair.
Yeah, at the end. We
this
weren't
is
even
after.
live at that time. We were
Mhm.
after the live when we had logged off. We were talking to Ron, and I felt like something like right here with the crown. Is that your crown? The crown of your head, right? I felt like somebody
Yeah.
took some strands and
Mhm.
like moved it over. And then the other day, I felt it again. I'm sitting on the couch watching TV, and I'm like, "What the fuck?
The
Like,
same.
is there a bug in
the
my
same
hair?"
place?
Yeah, like in the same area. So I was like, "Dude, is there a
So-
bug in my hair?" Like, you know?
So yesterday, yesterday we went to like a celebration of life memorial for our co-founder Scotty,
Mama
Yes.
and he was driving, and I was just like this. I don't know what the hell I was doing, but I wasn't moving in the car, and I had my hair like how it is now, like dried, and I felt like but it's right there
Was
where
it
you
same
said,
area?
in the same area, like a nice little kink, like a tug, and I
Yeah,
so
kind of
it
like a
felt
tug,
it
like they're moving it
snapped.
over. Yeah, like they're moving it over. Like I don't know how to
if they
explain
moved
it.
over. I felt like this. Like a little
Damn.
yank. And then it felt like it caught on something, right? So I pulled down the visor because it has like a
Mhm.
mirror, and I was trying to see like what maybe if it like caught on something. I mean, but there's nothing. I'm just sitting there, and then it kind of did it again a few minutes after. I was like, doing like all this shit, and later on, I told him it kind of happened again. I don't know
Yeah.
if that was her. Maybe like saying like
Acknowledging, yeah, that you guys are on your way.
yeah, what we're
Yeah.
doing, yeah. Our friend Joe got poked like a few times in the middle of his back. And one of the times it happened right in front of me because he was talking to me and he stopped and he was like, something just fucking touched my back. And I was like, I'm like, again? And I was like, I don't know. Maybe, so I don't know if that's something that maybe she used to do to him, or I don't know. I don't think so.
That's
And
crazy.
she's never like touched my hair like that,
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Joe, aren't you wearing his t-shirt this evening?
Yes.
If you guys
he used to
ever
have
get
he used to do a podcast. It's called
Oh, okay.
greetings from Florida.
Yeah.
Florida.
He just has it's just a show about the interesting topics that Florida has. So
That's cool.
everybody, please check it out.
No, I
Show
don't
some
know.
love.
It's still I don't know if he took it down.
No, you can still listen
You
to
can
it.
still
It's just
listen to it.
not on YouTube anymore.
Oh, okay. Why did he take it
Yeah.
down? He
He just got so much going on in his plate that he wasn't going to continue.
Yeah,
yeah.
Too
That's
much.
crazy.
he's
What about-
now the team leader of War Party Paranormal. So it's just,
Oh, nice.
yeah,
Okay.
he ended up, with more responsibilities, and he couldn't
That's
do
a
it
lot.
anymore.
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. That's cool. Was there a
Doing
lot of
this
people?
and doing like
There was
your
a lot of
regular
people.
ass job.
Oh, yeah.
so
That's a
much
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
If there was
What
a lot of
about you,
people
Armando?
yesterday,
Did you feel anything while you were there? Did you feel like
Oof.
any chills or
Well,
cold?
Okay, so we're doing an EVP session at the end,
Oh my God.
and it's with a bunch of us, but we were surrounded in a circle.
Mhm.
Um, I'm gonna pull up the picture now, but we're doing an EVP session, and we
It was her.
we we're in a circle. This is pretty much how the circle is for the viewers to see.
Mm.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. It's like a prayer circle
So
almost, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
we're doing this session, and it's in a pavilion that she always would sit at. It was kind of like the command center, if you will,
Mhm.
for that place, and she's just ensuring that everybody gets to where they got to get to, and she's leading all the time. And we decided to do an EVP session there. So we did it in 3 different sessions. So the first series of questions, we got some good responses. The second series of questions, Jenny was getting really lightheaded to the fact that she had to kind of break from the circle.
Yeah, I got really.
Oh shit. Wow.
Um, at that same time, I ended up getting goosebumps on both of my arms,
At the same exact
like
time?
heavy, at the same exact time.
What?
Um, so then, yeah, we listened to the recordings. We're getting clear evidence that it is Mama Bear that's coming through the recordings. On every single recorder, we were getting responses, and it was kind of expressions and things like that, like mannerisms of her talking that you can tell it was her. And then the last session when I'm doing the recording, so I'm holding it, and I typically have the 2 recorders, but I kind of felt like Jenny's energy was gonna get good responses if she held the other recorder, so I
Right.
gave her my second one. So I'm recording, and then I'm trying to stop it on this hand, but I couldn't stop because this hand was like shaking uncontrollably. Like I
What?
had no control over this hand, and I was just like forcing myself to stop. And even Joe, that was standing right next to me during this whole thing, like he's looking and like, yeah, couldn't believe that I couldn't stop it. So that was the most that I just felt like affected there. Um, but yeah, it was a great experience. I'm grateful to them for hosting that because it was a good step for the healing process for us, like a
Yeah.
closure, if you will.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Um, but
Now with
yeah, we had those signs kind of like going into today's episode.
that's
We had
awesome.
those
Yeah.
signs that she was there.
Yeah. That's
Definitely.
awesome. Did anybody else besides you three feel anything? Did anybody else say anything or
Um, no, not that I
Besides
can think
the
of.
3 of us,
No, I
no.
think for the
no?
most part, I think everybody like knew that she would be there.
Yeah, yeah.
They felt
Just
her
there.
presence,
Yeah,
like
Right.
they've said that, but not
I think it's just a given.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
like a physical thing.
Yeah, that's cool though. That's cool that she, you know, like she
yeah,
acknowledged she gave you something, you know?
yeah, yeah.
And it was
Or
it was
maybe she
awesome.
knew we were gonna talk about this today. So she's like, hey,
Yeah.
I'll give you something.
you know what I mean?
I wasn't
Talk
able
about?
to be a guest on your show, but I'll give you something.
For
I'm gonna
real.
be in one of your episodes.
You never know.
Um,
She's probably listening right now.
so she it was amazing, like I ended up doing like a speech myself, and like I would
Everybody
say
went
like
up and
7
talked.
or 8
Yeah.
people. Like it was a lot of us that went up. But like I was saying, I almost didn't want to go because it was like this was the kind of the first time that I went to that specific location and she wasn't going to be there.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
And this
Oh,
was also like the last thing that we were going to do that she was gonna be like a part of, and
You
I
gave me
kind of
chills
didn't
when you
want to
said
let
that.
that go.
I got full body chills when you. I don't know why. I just got like
Yeah,
goosebumps. That's crazy.
yeah.
Hey,
And
cross the line, paranormal.
James,
Yeah,
what's up, buddy?
that's awesome. That's
Um,
cool.
but yeah, no.
Yeah. So have you guys like had any like? Do you have any family members or anybody close to you that has passed away that you found any signs? Like, have any stories?
Okay. So I think you think that you have gotten signs from people.
My grandfather, yeah.
What would that be? Explain for the folks.
So yeah, my grandfather, he had passed away. I would say like a year before we bought the house where we're at now.
Mhm.
Um, and it was a bit depressing, kind of like how I am now with Mama Bear. Yeah, you know, like this was like a father figure to me, and you know, the person I am today is thanks to him. You know, he instilled the values that I have along with my parents. And I'm not really much of a baseball fan. Like I like the Yankees or whatever, but I don't really follow the Marlins. And if you're local to here, you kind of understand why the ownership doesn't really do much for the team. So the fans locally here, there aren't many.
Right.
But my grandfather used to watch every single game.
Yeah, you like baseball.
He loved baseball
Aw.
because that was the sport in Cuba.
Yeah, yeah.
It was a major sport. No, and he was like upset with me when I was younger. Like my sports in high school was basketball and soccer, and he's like, "Man, you need to play baseball." I'm like, "No, it's not. It's just not fun. It's not in
I'll go
me."
for the food. Yeah, I'll just go to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going for the hot dogs.
And yeah, he
Yeah,
just
yeah.
loved his players or whatever. But yeah, he passed, and then Jenny came with me to the viewing and the burial. And then like a year later, I'm doing the stuff that he's taught me, like painting and kind of like patching walls and like the typical stuff that a man learns to do stuff around the house.
Right.
And I'm painting, and all of a sudden I end up seeing him, and I can tell it's him because his uniform, and I called it his uniform, but that's just the way he dressed. But it was a white tee with khaki slacks, suspenders,
Mhm.
and if he was like leaving the house, he would wear like sneakers or whatever, but around the house, sandals. I'm like, dude, I don't understand how you're like sitting on the recliner on the couch or whatever, and you're still wearing slacks, man. Like me, as soon as I step through that door from work, it's shorts,
Yeah.
basketball shorts, and that's it. Like I
Comfortable,
can't
yeah.
stand wearing pants in the house.
Yeah.
And so I saw him, and he was telling me that I had to reconnect back with the family, that there was certain um like cousins of mine that we kind of grew up together. They were having issues, and I need to check in with them, that they need help. And
So wait. So
then
it was in a dream. It was it a dream?
I think I passed out because I was
Oh,
painting.
the painting. Oh, that was a painting. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And that's what it was. He wanted me to check in. I hadn't been with my family in a long time, so it was kind of like, hey, you need to come back because they need your help.
Right.
Um,
Oh.
so that was I would say October. In December, I started to reach out to my family because they always got together, that Thanksgiving, Christmas time of the year, and I was able to check in on them, and it just so happened that they were going through some issues. They needed some advice, gave them some advice, whatever. They ended up straightening themselves out. So I was thankful I was able to do that. But what kind of made that whole experience like sad for me was I was trying to ask him how he was doing. And right when I got to the point where I was going to ask him, it kind of felt like he had to go. Like it was, I got my message across to you, Mondo. Now you need to do what I tell you, and I got to go. I'm sorry. Like whatever you're going to ask me, I don't have time to answer. But I just wanted to know if he was okay. You know, like it was just, it's awesome that you need me to do this for you, but I just selfishly need to know that you're good wherever you're at this point. It kind of gave me the impression that he was, but like the light was always like a white light, or like a like when you go to the bathroom or whatever, that it's that bright white light. That's what it was, and he kind of like backed into it, and to the point where I just couldn't see it anymore. Like the light was too bright, and then I woke up and bam,
that's crazy.
Painting the other side of this wall. But that was my thing with my grandfather, and then that was the one and only time that I saw him. There was other times that, like, I drove in front of my old house that I grew up at, and I'm just there. I'm there, like, just looking at the house and just thinking of, all the good times I had there as a kid. My first friend that, we consider each other family now, my cousin, Alexis, that I love him to death. He was my next door neighbor. So just remembering like all those times or whatever. And then my grandfather, he kind of like, it kind of unlocked like memories that I had that I kind of like suppressed there. So it kind of like helped me to get more clarifications of things that I had one type of perception about that ended up being a different way. And man, I'm just thankful to had known him for the rest of my life. People, wherever you're at, I love you. I hope you're good. And if any more signs or things like that, I hope to be able to catch it. But I'm interested to hear what type of signs and things you guys receive, because I know like Jenny, she gets feathers and other types of things like that, bobby pins, like we were discussing in a previous episode. I'm interested to hear what your guys' experiences are.
So I don't get like bobby pins or stuff like that, but I get like when I'm outside, because you guys know I smoke. So I go outside in the backyard, and I always get this black bird that comes down. You know those shepherd hooks that you stick in the ground and you could put like plants hanging from them? Okay. I'm talking about. I call them shepherd hooks. I don't know if that's what they're called, but there's a black bird that flies. He darts down. He's probably looking for bugs, to be honest with you. But he always like, I felt like he does it like when I'm outside. You know what I mean? Like he does it in a certain pattern. And then hummingbirds. I get a lot of hummingbirds. But then my neighbor also has he feeds the hummingbirds too. But when his wife passed away, she was into hummingbirds, and so was my dad. So I don't know if that's a sign from her or that's a sign from my dad. But like we have a patio cover in the backyard, and sometimes a hummingbird will come into the patio, hover, and then take off. Like it's the coolest fucking thing. I'm like, hey, yeah. What else do I get? Did I tell you? No, I don't.
Did I tell you?
We just live together.
if you get close to it, and it's not gonna go away.
Yeah.
I would just try to see if you can talk to it and see, if it responds in any way. I mean, obviously he's not gonna talk, but
it's gonna be like, "What's up, Joy?"
Yeah.
Yeah, it's happened more than once, so it's not like it's not like it happened once. It happened like 2 or 3 times. That like come in the patio, hover, I almost feel like it's about to attack me because sometimes it gets like right next to me, and I'm like, yo. And I'm not feeding them. So for them to come over to my side, it's like, it's just weird. I don't know. I used to feed them, but then I stopped.
To do like say something like pretend you think it's your dad, right? Not
Right.
Pretend, but say you think it's your dad. So just talk, like say something like, "Hey, dad, if it's you, like, can you make it noticeable, like like have the hummingbird come closer or something like that, and see what happens."
And then we had mourning doves. They had babies we used to have these, through the wall air conditioners where you cut a hole out and you put the air conditioner in the wall. They laid, I don't know if that's a sign or they just found a safe spot, but we had babies. They gave babies 3 times. They had babies 3 times. Right when we leave the front door, they were like right there on our air conditioner. It was cool. Yeah. I don't know if that was fucking a sign, but see, I'm the worst person because for everybody else that says they has experiences, I'm like super like, wow, that's exciting. But for me, I'm like, maybe it's just,
Okay, so I get repeating numbers a lot. I mean, a lot.
That was me too. At one point, I used to see 911 everywhere. Every time I looked at the clock, 911. I'm like, the fuck is like that of all numbers, 911.
Yeah. Well,
like,
I mean, if you have anybody birthday, my dad's birthday is 9/11 actually.
Oh, is it? Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Our daughter is 9 in September, but.
And then, but have you ever looked up on Google angel number 911?
No.
Yeah,
because I'm scared. I think I didn't think of the
No,
angel
it's not
number.
gonna be
If I
anything.
was to Google it, I would put 911, and then it would be like everything bad. So I didn't think to put angel number behind it. So maybe I should. Or it was just, or it's just my body. Like for some reason, every time I looked at the clock or I looked at somewhere, it was 911. Maybe it was like it meant. I don't know. I don't say that. I'm the worst. I'm the worst. I'm the worst when it comes to myself.
Mela says, my grandmother had a screen porch, and she had a book that she would put all the butterflies that would die because they couldn't get out of the porch. Okay. I found it fascinating that she would do that. My mom collects dead lizards, butterflies, and shit like that too. So
what do you guys do with them? Or what does she do with them?
No, she keeps them like little figurines. There'll be like a jar full of like butterflies and stuff. Or
and they don't like
wilt,
they don't like
they just be like
You're just
but they're not like they don't start rotting or
no at all. They just dry out and they look like like that. So like it's funny because I had a few people come to my parents' house and they'll look at like the entrance, right?
Show me again.
Well, I'm gonna show you again. Hold on. So the people will walk in and they're like looking at all the pictures, and then out of nowhere, like in a little corner, it's like, and they're like, "What the fuck?" And then like I'm like, "Oh yeah, she collects these shits." Like,
guys, that has to be the thumbnail for this episode. It's the face. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, she does that shit all the time. Butterflies, lizards. I don't know why. She's
shit.
She missed out on the whole like G.I. Joe and Barbie thing. It was just it was option 3. Lizards and
dry lizards.
Oh,
Spanish people. Yes, correct. Spanish people are weird as hell. So ever since I can remember, something happened either happy or sad.
Oh shit, that's funny.
And especially that.
Yeah, the butterflies is one thing, but a lizard, wow.
Well, I get butterflies.
You get butterflies?
Yeah, I get like a specific one. It'll be like the orange, like what they call like the monarch.
It's like orange and brown.
The orange black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But who do you think who do you think that is?
Honestly, I don't know. I've never bothered to ask. But like it'll like follow me around. Oh, and so I don't know. That one I think is something. I'm not too sure. Dragonflies, I know, yes.
Dragonflies?
Like I've had where I'm like taking a picture and a dragonfly will like go poop, and it'll land right here.
Really?
And it's normally like baby dragonflies. I've had them land on like my pinky.
Oh,
like that. And they're baby dragonflies.
They like you.
Like,
they like you.
I love dragonflies.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm
I think the bugs know they're gonna die.
Queen over here. I don't know. We got
Yeah,
animals and
anything
insects
that
following
flies,
me.
they're getting swatted, swat away. What about
Oh,
you?
I
You
just
got
killed a
anything?
fly earlier.
Yeah,
she
with
did
your
it.
hand?
I did it
She
just
did
like
it
that too. I'm like,
Danielson style over here.
and he was like, damn.
We were getting ready for the spook coast to coast. Yeah, Danielson's from you guys' neck of the woods. She didn't do it with the chopstick. She just went straight up, bam! And then she continued eating with the dead mosquito in her hand for the extra protein.
Oh my
She's
god.
like,
I'm
No,
done.
yeah, straight
if
up,
you
she
kill a
did.
bug with your hands, you're a bad bitch.
So it's crazy because
I even said, I was like, I've been trying to kill that shit for 2 hours. I really was.
we were watching the Project Fear, and they're doing the brand new season. It's about haunted houses, right?
Uh-huh.
And Dakota's option is the Conjuring house. So then, like, they kept talking about the movie and one of the best scary movies of all time, in my opinion. And then, like, the whole part with the clapping thing, like in the basement when the mom's there sitting there, and then you just see those random hands next to her ear and the clap.
Oh,
And
I
then,
didn't see that
like,
one.
watching the episode, and then all of a sudden, this
Yeah?
one claps, and I'm fucking scared. I'm like, what the?
Damn, I didn't.
Yeah, I was like,
How are you clapping? Oh man.
I'm like, gotcha. The first thing I said was like, gotcha, bitch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was so confusing. It was The Conjuring, then like Chappelle Show over here with Gotcha Bitch.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Fucking Jen.
I mean, what other paranormal show are you gonna watch, folks? That you talk about The Conjuring and then the Chappelle Show.
Or
Joey, you were gonna say something?
Oh,
do you get any signs? Like, do you see anything like something all the time, like a penny, for example, or
no, I've never really had. I mean, at least I didn't see him. But just last year, my grandmother passed away, February 3rd.
I got something in my damn eyeball.
February 2nd, about 11 o'clock our time, and it will be 1 o'clock in the morning in New York time. We had like a, what is that?
The water picks. You know those water picks for your
the water
flossing?
picks.
Yeah.
It's high up.
Oh, yeah.
It's high up and it's in a box, so it should not go off.
No.
There's nothing that could turn it on. It was just elevated, and then all of a sudden around 11 o'clock our time, 1 o'clock in the morning New York time, it starts going off like a buzzing, and we're like, what the hell is that noise? And then we're trying to find it, and then finally we realize it's the pit going off, and we're like, why the hell is it going off? It didn't fall, nobody touched it. It was just odd. And then 6 in the morning, my aunt calls me in New York time saying my grandmother passed away. So I was like, maybe that was her letting me know, because that's when they found her in the hospital. So probably that 1 o'clock in the morning was like almost like an alarm saying, like, letting me know I'm going.
Yeah, she passed, right?
Yeah. So I was like, oh shit. Like it makes, I don't know. It was like,
Yeah, it makes sense.
Coincidence or it was crazy.
Yeah, I was editing a video. It was late, right? You would think you were passed out, and I'm like, I kept hearing this bzz, bzz, like a buzzing noise, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? Because we have a camera right next to it, and I'm like, is something wrong with our camera?
Yeah, we thought it was a camera, but it was the pick in the box.
And I'm listening. I put my ear to the camera, and I'm like, it's not the camera. And then I because after I put it in this, I wrap it in a towel and I leave it, for the next time I want to use it. So when I was listening, and it was coming from that fucking water pick, and I'm like, the fuck is this shit buzzing? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I haven't used it for a minute, so it hasn't been turned on. So for it to go off like that was crazy. And then we found out,
literally a couple hours later that
his grandma has passed away.
They found her. So I was like, maybe that around 1 is when she was passing.
Yeah.
And then the nurses just walked in at 6.
Yeah.
And then discovered her.
Yeah, we didn't put 2 and 2 together, but I was like, what if that's your grandma saying goodbye, like letting us know that she's moving on? Like,
I think so. Yeah.
Dude, I wholeheartedly believe that, because there's been so many instances like that, like people that we've known, like just they have it in their mind, they're gonna die at this particular
Yeah.
day or time because for XY reason. I've seen that personally a few times. That I
Mhm.
just believe in that like will to hold on to that, and in a way, kind of shows that person's strength. Like it's
Yeah.
admirable in a way.
Like since then, now you haven't had any like feelings or
No, I mean, no, I have my I don't know. I still have my cross from my communion because she put me through I guess to get my communion done.
Yeah.
So I still have that cross. So I feel like she's there. She's a part of me all the time. I hang it in my
Yeah.
car. So
That's good.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
For protection wise, that's good.
you don't feel anything else though? Like you don't feel like she comes around at all? Like it smells?
no, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know because for me, like I didn't have like she didn't want to be buried.
Mm.
So in my mind, I know she's gone, but I feel like I didn't have that official closure with having a regular funeral and
Right.
going through the emotions. So I don't know if I'm just not it's not closed yet in my mind. I don't know. My uncle's supposed to send me the urn with her ashes. So I don't know if when I get that maybe
Oh, they didn't bury her?
no, she got cremated.
But yeah, they didn't. But Jessica got cremated. And they're gonna
No,
bury
they
her.
still have her ashes. They have it in an
Oh,
urn.
okay, that's
So
cool.
Yeah.
he's supposed to send me he's supposed to send me the urn with the ashes.
Mhm.
So I don't know if maybe when I get the urn with the ashes and in my mind it'll be officially closed, and maybe
Like right.
it'll open me up more to
makes
realizing
sense.
that she's not here.
I think too because you didn't talk to her. It's hard. I think it's harder when you talk to the person every day, like your loved one, or hey, catching spirits, or like your kids or your dog or somebody you see every day,
Mhm.
and then they're not here anymore. I think that's what makes it harder for somebody, rather than when you
Yeah.
only talk to them like here and there. It's like
Yeah.
you forget, and then reality hits again. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Mhm.
It's like, damn, fuck, reality hits again. I don't know. But yeah, when I told you, did I tell you a story? I don't know. I think I talked about it on one of our lives where my dad passed away and we flew to Texas. And I told you my dad's house, he had a lot of dogs, so it stunk like animals, like wet dogs. And I was like, so anyway, so he passed away. We were going through stuff and we were driving. We were still in Texas or we were here. And I was telling Joey, I said, damn, our clothes smell like my dad's house, man. I was like, fuck.
I think we were driving because it smelled like cigarettes.
No, you smelled that. That was a different time.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And I was like, fuck, my dad, we smell like my dad's house. Like, no offense, dad. You know what I mean? But your house stunk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I was like, but then it went away. And then when we landed from LA, we went to LAX and we landed. We were on our way home to go pick up our dog. He smelled cigarette smoke. And he's not a smoker. And I don't smoke in the car. So for him to get that whip, I didn't smell it. Only him. He smelled my dad. My brother said he smelled my dad's cigarettes. Yeah.
It smelled like the same exact cigarettes.
Mm-hmm. So that was cool.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, and then that perfume smell from my best friend that passed away. I got that. Well, I did a video on that.
Yeah.
That came through. And then like little shit, like here and there. But I don't want to talk about all our experiences. I want you guys to talk about yours too, and then we'll go back to
No, it's cool. It's cool. But you just said something. You have the smells.
Yeah, exactly.
That's your
Because
side.
like I never really got any smells until it's a year already, but very seldom. He's always like, "Do you smell that? Do you smell like cigarettes and that?" Like he gets the phantom smells. I really don't get that. I get like everything else, I guess.
I smell like flowers, women's perfume.
Mm-hmm.
You smell a lot of cigarettes.
The strongest one I ever smelled, and I was like, bro, but nobody's smoking here. It was a cigar.
Yeah, he's kind of like cigar.
Well,
but
like,
who do you know that smells cigar?
But yeah, did anybody smell?
No.
Yeah, you don't know.
No, my grandpa wasn't a smoker. My grandpa's only vice was gambling.
You smelled it at your house there?
No,
at the other house, your previous house.
It was where was I? I don't remember. This was earlier. Well, not earlier this year. It was last year. About to be a year ago. Say like springtime of last year.
Were you
That-
outside or were you at home?
No, I wasn't outside. I'm trying to remember where I was.
Maybe somebody like passed away in that
But-
area and they just like
That was
came-
their
yeah. You don't know.
residual, their
Yeah,
their
yeah.
constant
Maybe-
routine. It could have been, yeah.
and you're just sensitive and you smelt it. I don't know.
Or maybe
don't-
you said he was if he gambled, he's around people who smoke
That
cigars
too,
while
yeah.
they're gambling, and he's
Mhm.
just had it on his clothes.
Or how
My-
about Felix, the one who did die?
No, Felix was clean as a whistle.
I don't know. I can't figure it
No,
out.
but now that you guys are mentioning that, that could make sense because, I mean, whatever. I can talk about it now. In Miami-Dade, you can't go after my grandpa now. He's dead. They used to. He used to go to like watch the chickens fight and like bet that, and then he used to go to the like to put money on the horses.
Oh, okay.
That's crazy
Yeah.
that you said that. My mom's from the Philippines, and she was saying that her sister, she passed away now. Her husband, they have land that was my grandma's. He hasn't paid taxes on it, so she had to put a lot of money to pay the taxes. And she said he's been spending the whatever money they make from the coconuts because they sell coconuts there because they're very poor over there. They sell coconuts. He said whatever money he gets, he bets on the chicken fights. And when he said that, I was like, oh shit, my mom was just telling me that yesterday.
That's
Oh
crazy.
wow! See?
Yeah,
That's that's synchronicity.
Yeah,
there.
right? That's great.
Hey,
Yeah.
Mela couldn't have said it better earlier in the episode. Spanish people.
Yeah.
You don't know this weird
What
shit.
did
Yeah.
Dante say? Yeah.
So Dantex was saying that
It's pretty cool.
he had a bottle of cologne that kept falling off the shelf at a bathroom at least once a week, but he thinks it's from watching too many paranormal shows. And I have a tidbit about that. He said, I don't watch as many now, and it hasn't happened since. And he doesn't see strange things anymore either. So, which is,
I don't know. Some people
Interesting.
believe they can come through. Yeah, I don't know.
think maybe bringing in that energy. I didn't believe that before. I used to think that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I think depending on maybe what you're watching. So, I've noticed that about 2 years ago already. When I would watch Ghost Adventures, our favorite show. No, I'm playing. And then they started doing stuff where they were like conjuring or doing like rituals in a show. And I didn't have that, I would just play it. I wouldn't mute it or anything like that until I started really thinking about it. And I was like, this crap is like playing like,
that's true.
like,
That's true.
I didn't think about it until like after I don't know, maybe I felt like weird or something. And I was like, I should put this on mute. And every time I see them doing like a ritual or something, I'm like, beep, I mute it as soon as I do that. And because I don't want them conjuring up any crazy shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
And especially since I'm watching that like maybe late at night or
I don't know.
whatever.
I also feel like spirits are around all of us every day, right? And it's like
Yeah.
when we're watching shows like that, we're so focused, we're opening that side of our brain up to it.
Yeah.
So maybe it didn't necessarily come through the TV. It's just whatever was by somebody because you start watching it and you're so into the TV show. It's like you're not manifesting it, but you're like opening that door. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I want to manifest any of their.
And then like when you got to train your brain. No. Close that shit so you don't.
He says I turned on the volume down. I've completely muted now. Anytime I see anybody doing any
turn
type
it
of
up.
ritual and doing any of that junk, I'm like mute. I'm still watching it until I see them like talking, and then you can tell they're not doing anything anymore, and I unmute it.
Yeah.
Especially like Jay lately has been wilding out on that.
But he's good with what he does. He knows what the hell he's doing.
Right.
Just not in my house.
Yeah. Not in this house.
Because I don't know how to get rid of it. You close that shit over there, but you leave me over here like hanging like
Everybody, all the 50,000 people that watch have ghosts.
Yeah, you just open up the only door over here.
Sidebar, Dantex, that's a pretty strong bottle of cologne if it hasn't broken all this times that it's been falling from the bottom shelf.
Thick ass. What cologne was it, Dantex? Maybe you can write it in the chat.
Savage.
Savage by Johnny Depp.
By Johnny Depp.
The car.
That was Jupe.
Oh, I love you.
What is it? Pleasures.
That's old school as
What is
hell.
it? Pleasures. Oh
What?
shit. Pleasures. Who did you wear pleasures?
I don't
Listen,
know.
I never heard.
Probably a long
I
time
don't
ago.
know. I don't know which clothes.
I
you
agree. I
wear.
think there's something to watching paranormal stuff causing that some people's minds. So
Mhm.
yeah,
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. How y'all
maybe
doing?
it's
tonight?
your daughter,
We're
right?
good,
Is your daughter?
baby. Yeah,
Is she
Nebe is
your
our
daughter?
daughter.
Maybe.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, no.
Hopefully she'll be on the show. I want her to talk
Yes.
about her first paranormal investigation. Will you
I think
shush?
we're planning for next month. Is okay for her? I think.
Yeah, the beginning, I think, right?
That's what I was gonna say. The cologne bottles are normally thick. I mean, it's driven by Derek Jeter. We were talking about baseball.
Baseball fans.
I don't think I've smelled this one. It's, I don't know how I kept falling. Oh man, that's funny.
Oh, is it Avon Cologne?
Avon cologne.
Avon.
Remember
Cologne.
Avon used to give those little samples of lipsticks? I
I
miss those
remember a whole
shits.
bunch of A1 stuff.
Yeah.
Listen, I have. Oh my god. I have one thing. It's funny because my daughter grabbed it.
Mhm.
It was in my parents' house, and then she found it, and it's a little figurine that my mom gave me, like probably when I was like Emma's years old, 6 or something like that, 6, 7 years old. And
Mhm.
so she found it and she brought it over here, and I was like, "Don't lose it," because I love that thing, and it's like a little fairy or whatever, and I have it here now. So she puts it like she has it on my nightstand, and it's just like, I want the little fairy thing. You know what? I was showing somebody. I'm gonna show you what the hell it is.
No.
I should bring it downstairs, but
No.
this is like OG Avon crap. Oh my
Oh.
god. And this came with like a cologne. It came with like a little, and I still had all that junk from like when I was small. So what I had was this pink thing.
Ah.
Yeah. And
Little
she
pink
grabbed it,
one.
and it's like
Aw.
as big as her like hand. And I was like, "Don't lose that." It's my,
Yeah, it
my
could be
ma-
worth money.
well, no, people are selling it. So I found it on eBay,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, "Oh man, I want it. I want it back." I love that thing.
Oh.
But and what I was gonna tell you, so I don't get the smells. I only
Mhm.
got 2 smells one time, and it was so weird too because I don't know how he didn't smell it. I got a rose, and I love rose, like real rose smell, not like fake. I don't know if that even makes sense, like fake rose smell, but they're like real rose smell. I got that one
Uh-huh.
time, and I was going to sleep, and I kind of like I opened my eyes. I was like, wow, like I felt like that was like right in my face. Do you smell it? Like, is that how you guys smell it? Do you smell it like in your face? Because I have a question about that.
No, when I get like the phantom smells, it's the best way I can describe it is like, you know how you have those like Glade plugins.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the misters.
Yeah,
The mist
yeah.
goes.
No, the ones that plug in the wall.
Yeah, kind of like that,
Yeah.
like the spray
Yes.
thing, and
Oh, the
like
spray one?
when you walking in front of it and it happens to spray, and it's
Oh,
you know
yeah,
It's
you're
really strong.
you're living in that moment,
like,
right?
Yeah.
You
That's
taste it?
that's to me how I experience a phantom smell. Like if that thing just sprayed in my face and I'm walking into it,
Like you
kind of like
like
how
you walk into
people,
a fart.
some people, yes.
walk into somebody's crop dust. Don't do that shit, people.
Well,
Trust me, I know.
There's a certain one of us out of the 4 of us. I'm not saying any names here.
Excuse me.
They do a spray of perfume and then they walk into it.
Yeah.
I'll do
Oh
that.
my god, I
like
gotta
to
tell
spray
you a
myself.
story. I gotta tell you a story real quick. It's
what
totally off
he's probably
subject.
referring to is my setting spray for my face. So I go
Oh.
like this, and then I'm like,
Oh.
you know, but not anything else. Is like, I'm just doing this shit.
I gotta tell you this story really quick. It's about the fart smell.
Go,
So
go
we
to
like
it.
to prank, we like to fuck around in his house. So he had bought some fart spray, right?
It's called.
I've been dying to buy that.
Oh my God,
It's
okay.
called liquid. It's called liquid ass.
So so we had plumbing issues, right?
Yeah,
we had to
fitting.
redo our plumbing, our drains, and it was a fucking disaster. So anyway, our son. Do you want to tell the story? I don't even know how to go. So anyway, after we got it fixed, right? He would go in the fucking hallway right by his
I'll go
door, and
into
he
his
would
hallway.
spray. He would
Yeah.
fucking spray the first.
Sprayed into his room while he's playing the game, but I would duck down real low and spray it into his room and on the floor.
And we made him think it was because of the plumbing. So he was like, "Mom," he's like, "Mom, I'm moving out. I can't handle this."
Oh my god.
And we kept doing it for months. He didn't know.
Well, you guys are terrible. Oh my god.
You guys.
He's like, I can't handle this anymore.
He's like, I can't. That's so,
Mike did that one.
that shit was so funny. It was so funny. Anyway, that shit stinks. Have you ever smelled that shit? That shit is
No, I've been
nasty.
dying to smell that. But I also want to buy it and like prank people. I'm like,
Oh man!
every time I see videos of it online, I'm
disgusting.
In high school,
it looks like it smells disgusting.
Oh
in
man!
high school, before I was a freshman, so I wasn't cool enough
That's
to
so
know like people
weird,
with
Dan
cars
said.
yet. But they had, so this was '98. They had like these. It looked like a ball, like a paintball kind of thing, and you would step on it, it would crack, and then like the fart smell would go.
That's
all
how
over the
his
place.
is, dude. It's like a bubble that dissolves
Yeah.
slowly.
So this guy did it. He sat in the middle of the bus. That should have been like my first sign that something weird was going on. Because that guy would always sit with us in the back of the bus, like just talking crap or whatever. But for some reason, he decided to sit in the middle on this day. That should have been like, what the hell is he doing?
Oh, he
So
had a
then-
spray. He had like a
No, the
No,
ball.
he had
the
the ball.
ball.
He stepped on it, and then he
Oh.
hauled ass out, and we
I
were
have it
stuck
natural.
in there.
Yeah, we don't need no ball or spray. He just naturally fucking.
My
I'm like-
perfume.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't do that shit in my kitchen. You're turning my bananas brown.
Oh my god.
All right, tell me off something, y'all.
And it
doesn't have
was
protein parts.
No, that's not protein
it
bars.
sucked because when now remembering it more too, like we normally had like the yellow bus that you used to with the windows like press the thing and
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
But no, they had like
Exactly.
a substitute bus or whatever, so there was no windows, there was no kind of ventilation. You just had to like just hold your nose until you got
Oh
home.
man, that
That
shit
was the
fucking-
worst. That guy got us
Dang.
so good that day.
Man, that shit stinks. You guys got to get some fart spray. Do it at work.
Yeah,
Hey,
I do it at work
I
too.
order that time.
I do it at work too. I do it at work too.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna do that at work. That's where I want to get people so
But
bad.
you gotta be careful not to get it on your hands because it'll make.
Well,
your
I got
hand-
gloves at work. I'm good.
Oh man, no, that shit like stinks like fucking for 15-20 minutes. That shit's bad.
Yeah.
Even before we had
Get
the
it on your
plumbing,
gloves.
yeah,
They're
before,
gonna do the glove. If the glove fits on you, glove
Yeah.
fit, you must have quit.
yeah, when I didn't know he bought it. He had bought it and he was spraying it into the house, and I'm like, what the fuck is that smell? So he was doing it to me. I didn't even know. And then one day I got super pissed off. I was like, we need to get a fucking plumber in here because like, what the fuck is going on? And I come to find out it's a fucking spray.
Wow. So
Yeah,
he
anyway.
had that in the house. God knows
Yeah, that's-
how
I'm
long
like,
before
I
you
know.
found out.
Yeah, I know what he buys because I do the bills, right? I can see whatever he buys. Well, I don't know what he buys.
Joey bought fart spray.
I don't know how the hell he got this shit without me knowing.
Liquid ass.
Could you imagine like the shopping receipt, bread, bananas,
Fart
soda,
spray.
fart spray.
Yeah, exactly.
Liquid ass.
Liquid
ass. There you go.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
Never
just
sending
fucking
you grocery shopping again.
funny. Oh man, that's good times. It was a good
So
times,
every-
but it's funny. It's funny
Every
memory.
time we have talked about my ancestor, or I believe it's like my great grandma, the very next day I've been getting the bobby pins.
Yeah, tell
And
us
I'm talking about
that.
like it wasn't that on point. Like now I was telling him yesterday that I feel like every time I talk about something, like I get my sign like
It shows you.
8 hours, you know.
Yeah.
And I
yeah.
kind of asked for that. So I'm not blaming anybody. Like I don't know. I asked for that. I was like, I need you to show me something within like the next 24 hours or like 8 hours while I'm at work or something like that. And I don't even have to like say, I'm like, hey, you know, just let me know you're around. Boom.
But that's
I'm
cool
like,
that they're doing it for you and you're recognizing it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
That's
I
cool.
think because I've recognized it. So I had the rose thing. Okay, so like a week ago. So I practiced like meditation or whatever.
Mhm.
And I was doing a spirit guide meditation. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it's on my list of 1,000 meditations that I have. Hey,
Cindy, hi
Cindy.
Cindy, and I know you said that you were late. Don't worry about it. This is the Super Bowl episode, so I do
Yeah.
I do want to say thank you for everybody. I know there's
Yeah,
the
for
biggest
sure.
football game of the year is on right now, and I know San Francisco is currently winning 3-0. Like I said in the beginning, the Chiefs are winning. You don't have to watch it. Just
Well,
stay
it's
with
10,
us.
10
man.
nothing now.
This is oh okay 10-0 now.
Armando's very behind.
Don't-
I don't
yeah.
know what he watching.
Don't worry
This
about
is
it,
a
guys.
Wish.com Super Bowl over here.
Yeah.
The Chiefs are gonna win. This is more fun, anyways, guys.
Oh, no, don't. We can't see that. Take it off the screen.
What?
Take it off the screen.
Take what off the screen?
Joy,
What are you talking about? Take it off. Delete the comment.
What?
Oh
I'm
my
trying to go
God.
buy that shit.
Oh, I already seen
I'm
it.
telling you, I'm gonna look it up after we hang up. Listen to me. After we stop this live, I'm gonna go on Amazon and see if I can watch.
Oh man,
if I
that
can
shit.
buy that.
That shit was so funny though. My son was
None of my
crazy.
coworkers watch this anyway, so they're doomed.
Yeah.
And I have like fake roaches, and I used to throw them in my coworker's
Oh.
car.
Uh-huh.
And he's terrified of roaches. Like, you don't know, this man is crazy. And I found his car, and his window wouldn't close all the way, so I would just like get in and I'll throw them in there. And one time we watched him like from the parking garage, and he's like, ah, like a psycho. He couldn't even go into his car like for 30 minutes, and I was like, I don't got time for this. I left him there in the parking garage.
Oh my lord!
Stranded.
I did that shit too. Yeah, I bought one of those fake snakes, and in our garage we have to go outside into the patio to go into the garage. So I put one of the fake snakes out there, and our son fills up the dog food every night. So he was fucking going to open the garage, and I have cameras out there. So
Ooh. Look what he said. Joseph said it's on Amazon.
no, Joseph,
Consider it bought.
Dude. And sometimes they have those like coupons where you buy like 2, they give you like 15% off.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
really?
You're giving him ideas.
Oh, like one of the rides that the girls love at Universal. It's the Despicable Me, and they have like a little show before they let you on the ride. And the part that always makes me and the girls crack up, they're like, he's gonna shoot you with the fart gun,
Yeah.
if for my Spanish listeners, es tengo un pistola de peo.
That's what they call it in the actual show. It says it's something pistola de peo, but when it sprays it, you know how like it's an interactive like ride.
Yeah.
So like if it sprays, like the room will smell like whatever it sprays.
Yeah,
I think it smells like
it ended up smelling like banana.
Oh yeah, it's banana. It's the Minions, so it smells like banana. Like grunts.
Grunts.
Like banana runs. That's exactly what it smells like.
Candies. Yeah.
Oh, the little run candies, little hard ones. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it smells like. What else was I was saying? Oh, so a week ago when I was doing the meditation, it happened.
Mm-hmm.
It happened twice so far. So I don't know. So when I do, me and Joe have done this thing where we take peppermint oil.
Okay.
And I kind of like smell that before maybe I do like any type of I don't know, anything for like mediumship or whatever, or add investigations. And I've been trying to use that to like open up, I guess,
peppermint oil.
Yeah, and like peppermint oil. I have peppermint oil because I use it for my headaches, and then I found that out that maybe that might open up like your more senses or whatever. So I was like, all right, let me try it. So but I haven't seen it that does anything, but I don't know. I'm talking shit. But so when I did the meditation, I didn't use any of that, right? And then happened,
it's gonna work. Now that you're talking about it, it's gonna work.
Yeah, probably. So I had my eyes closed and I had my earbuds on, and I was just sitting in my room by myself, and the door was closed. and I'm sitting there and I got a huge whiff. Like it was right. Like, so when I get the smells, I get them like if somebody is doing it like right here, like in my face. So I got like a big whiff of like, I don't know if it was, I called it mint because I even had like my
remember.
my pad and pen with me, and I wrote it down real quick, like mint smell. But it was like overwhelming where I opened up my eyes and I was like, what the hell? And as soon as I did that, it was gone. So I was like, what's that? So I was like, okay. And then I tried to go back into the meditation again, and then it didn't happen again. So then now the other day I was sleeping, and I think I was listening to, I don't know if I was listening to something in the background, like sleep music or something, because it takes me forever to go to sleep. And I sleep with like, sometimes with like beats, binaural beats or whatever. Binaural beats. I can't ever say that. And then
Binaural Beats by Dre.
yeah. So I smelled that again, and I was like, what the hell? And I was like, I don't know. It was very like overwhelming, but then I was like, is that like eucalyptus? I kind of want to say it's mint. What did Mela say?
Mela's betting on the Chiefs. Sydney said Mexicans use Vicks for everything. It's not called Vicks.
Yep,
Viva Peru.
Viva Peru.
Viva Peru.
What I was smelling was not Vicks. Definitely not. It was like mint, like mint. I don't know what eucalyptus smells like. Not eucalyptus. It's definitely like
eucalyptus, like a pepperminty, minty smell, right?
It was like, I mean, talking about like, dude, like yeah, like a nice mint smell. And I smelled it again, and I was like,
I think Vicks has eucalyptus.
Vicks is like eucalyptus, yeah. So no, it's definitely not eucalyptus.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's maybe like a specific thing for like my guide, I guess. I don't know. I will have to like kind of like do a little deep dive on that, figure that out. What I do know, as far as my spirit guide, he does show me white feathers, and I've actually done EVPs on that, trying to get answers from that. Because I didn't know who it was, and the feathers are crazy. Like it would. So we went somewhere, and someone gave me something at the place we went to. Right? It was like an event. We went to we went to the haunted jail that we go to a lot, which is Gilchrist. And there they were doing like a con, and there was people like selling their stuff and whatever they make, homemade items and stuff like that. And there was a guy there I didn't know till later. So he's like a demonologist, or he studies demons, and he works with different demons and entities like that.
Yeah.
He gave me a necklace. It was like a crystal necklace. I don't remember what kind it was now. It was like 2 years ago. So he gave me it, he put it in my hand, and he was like doing this thing to it. And I couldn't hear him really what he was saying. He was like saying some shit, and I was just like, I want to get out of here. But then I didn't want to be rude,
for real.
So,
like setting one of your demons
like,
in Facebook.
Bro, I don't know, and then I found out like, what he does and stuff. And I was like,
trapping a demon in there? What the hell? Well,
I mean, maybe an attachment, what I'm saying? I don't know. So I felt like weird. So, but when we left the next day to go out of town, to leave there to go back home, it was me, Armando, and Joe that we had all driven up together. And Armando left to go get gas, and it was me and Joe in the car. And I was like, yo, what do you think about Dentex? Bye. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. I'm just writing you.
Yes, have an awesome week. Don't let your cologne spray fall. It'll be funny for you. So, like, please,
you gotta put it on the bottom shelf.
Yeah, for real. And so he had left into the gas station, and I told Joe, I was like, yo, what do you think I should do with this necklace? Like, I kind of feel like.
Do you think he was doing it like to protection, or like?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Honestly, I couldn't tell you, and I kept getting in my head. It was like, get rid of it. So I don't know. I think that was, so that's how I get, now I understand that's how I get my, like how they talk to me is like, like if I'm not talking to myself, I'm not fucking crazy people, but that's what I feel like. My ear is actually ringing.
Fine, I talk to myself.
My ear is ringing now. Like I would hear like saying like just get rid of it, Yeah. So I was like, yo, I think I should do something, or I don't know, what do you think? So me and Joe did an EVP in a car, and he was like, should Jenny keep the necklace, yes or no? And then it said no. And then they said, so we listened to that. Like, then we heard it said no. Okay, then we asked the next question, what do I do with it? And he said, give it back to, and he said the person's name.
What?
Yeah. And I was like, I'm not going back there, and I'm not gonna like be like, take your shit.
Yeah, we weren't close enough.
We weren't close enough. We had driven down already.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to do that either.
Did you mail? I would have mailed it to him.
No, you ever see that movie
We
Send You to
didn't know
Hell?
him like that.
Send You to Hell or Back to Hell?
Wait, does it end with the girl being? Oh no, that's dragged to hell.
Drag to Hell. That's
Drag
what the
to
lady,
Hell.
when the ladies follow her because she gave her like
Yeah.
they gave her an item just like the guy gave you, and then that it was evil, like the spirits were coming for her, and the only way she can get rid of it, she gives it to somebody else. And she, and she didn't want to give it to anybody else.
Yeah.
And it was like she's trying to figure out how to get rid of it, without giving somebody else a bad spirit.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did, because I mean, I didn't want to technically throw it away either, because it was a real like crystal, you know what I'm saying? So it's supposed to be, you're supposed to, if you have crystals, you wear crystals or like a necklace or whatever, if it breaks for whatever reason and serves its purpose, you're supposed to like return it back to earth, like the ground, or you can throw it in water.
I was gonna say that, bury it, yeah.
Or bury it, yeah. So I was like, okay, well, I'm not gonna go back there and give it to him, because he's gonna be, I don't want him to curse me or something at that point. I was like, I'm not too sure. And then, so the whole drive home, I decided, I was like, all right, so what I'll do is I will throw it in a body of water. I'm not gonna keep it. And then, so we did that. We dropped Joe off home, and I was like, oh, he has a canal that's kind of in front of his, not in front of his house, but in front of in the back of those people's houses, like that street. And he was like, no, there's another one like outside of my neighborhood. And I was like, you think it's gonna come to your house? I was like, all right. So I left his neighborhood. Yeah, he was like, don't do it here, do it over there. And I was like, all right. So when I left the neighborhood, I was trying to find like a place to park, and I just pulled over on the side of the road, and there is like a lake there. So I just got off. I couldn't see anything. It was just, I randomly just pulled over. I walked down. He stayed in the car, and it was like a little embankment that goes down like this to like the lake. And I had it in my hand, right? So as soon as I'm walking there, kid you not, never seen this in my life, still haven't seen it again. 2 big ass white feathers were standing out of the ground like this.
That was like in between spirit guy, right? Telling you did good. Yeah.
Yes, like
I had to be
way,
somebody. Yeah.
So they were standing up like this, and I saw that, and I was like, and I had my phone in my car. If not, I would have took a picture of that shit, because it's insane.
That's crazy.
And I was like, this is crazy. I turned around, and he couldn't really even see me from like the hill.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. And so I kind of acknowledged that. I was like, okay. I was like, yeah, this is a good thing, right? So what I said, I kind of like made peace with it. I was like, whatever this is, I don't want anything of it. I'm returning back to, earth or whatever. I don't, no bad blood here, please. And then that's it. I left. I threw it in the water, and I left. And I told him, I was like, you never believe it. I was like, there's 2 feathers like standing straight up like that. But there was something else that was, I just can't remember. I think there was another thing that actually showed up too, like another type of feather or something like after. I just don't, that part I don't remember, because I remember those 2 feathers like standing up like that. And I was like, okay, so I took that as in like, yeah, you needed to do that. But
I wonder why he gave that to you though. Like why?
I was talking to him, like I was talking to the different people there that they were doing the vending things. And so he makes woodwork and signs, and he was one of the people, he sell like Ouija boards and stuff like that. So and he had a whole bunch of different crystals. So I was like, oh, so like you made this stuff, I was just, trying to learn about him, like what was he doing, like what he does, and trying to like learn the people there, because they live in that community.
Yeah. And
he was like, oh, this one's for this and this one's for that. And I know about crystals here and there, but he's like, oh, do you want anything? And I was like, no, I'm just looking, nothing. He was like, well, here, I'm gonna give this one to you. And then I was like, oh, okay, thanks. And then, but when he did that, he grabbed my hand and he started doing this shit, and he was like talking like that, and I was like,
no, he's probably like, okay, you don't want to buy shit, I'm gonna give you a demon.
Dude, you know what's crazy? I'll never forget it. Also, another thing that this is wild. So that guy, he, like I told you, he had Ouija boards, and some lady had came up. She goes, "You believe in that?" She goes, "I can't believe you're even selling that." He told me this story. Hard to watch the Super Bowl and podcast at the same time. I hate decisions. That's my dad. Watch me.
We're cooler. We're talking about pork spray.
Yeah, pork spray. The demons of the feathers. I read you're supposed to leave them alone, but they are messages. Not those. I left them right there, Cindy.
Message.
Yeah. So he said that this lady came over and was like, "Oh, I would never buy one of those," and all this stuff. And she was like, he's like, "Why not?" I don't know. I guess they were bantering back and forth, and then she had left. And her kid wanted one. That's what it was. Her kid wanted one. She was like, "No, you're not getting that." He was like, "Oh, why not? It's just a board." I guess he was trying to pay it off. She turned around like within like 5 minutes. She's like, "I'll take that one." And then she even told him, she goes, "I don't know what you did." She goes, "I would never buy this." She was like, "But I'll take that one." And he's like, "Okay, here you go." He sold it, and when he told me that, I was like,
yeah,
okay, yeah. So he was doing like a lot of weird stuff,
fucking passing out fucking demons to everybody. That's crazy.
He's
like, "Here, demon for free." Fucking Jesus.
Buy one get one free.
Yeah. Oh man, that's crazy.
Some feathers, the ones I do notice that I get a lot, like if maybe like a confirmation, are tiny baby white feathers. And I started to pick them up.
Shit. Sorry.
Not all of them, but I have like a little box now, and I might, or I put it like in a. I started like a journal, so I had like a little book, and then wherever I found it, maybe whatever the situation was that day, I'll write it, and I have that one there, and then I have that in the box. But like if it's a big one, the other day, so in the reel I did for this show, there was a huge black feather. So that driving into work, I was talking about, I can't remember if I was talking about, like just asking my spiritual team to like take care of me and my family, just for protection or whatever. And I don't remember what else was it. Oh, it's because that crazy thing happened. Remember I told you about so I got woken up on Monday night after last Sunday night show. I got woken up at first 12, and I thought it was the rain, but I ended up finding out it was the refrigerator making noise. And then after the second time I got woken up by that, I had like a song playing in my head over and over again. That's another thing too.
Like you told me, I think you were waiting for the show. I think you were waiting
for
yeah, I don't think you told me. We talked a little bit, but not too much.
So that night I had my alarm for 2:30, right? Or 2:40. I woke up at about 12, a little after 12 midnight, and I had like a song started playing in my head, which is like one of my things. But I got woken up because I thought it was raindrops hitting the window, and it was like really loud, and I just kind of like ignored it because I chalked it up to that, because Armando told me earlier that it was going to rain overnight. So I didn't think anything of it. I was like, "Oh damn, that's hard." And then I went back to sleep. But that song was like annoying, and I can't remember the song anymore. I don't, because I
hate that. Yeah. Yeah, I hate that. Yeah.
Raindrops falling on my head.
Sing it. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah.
And it looks at me like,
no. I'm not even gonna know the song. I know that part.
I wish I could remember the song. I wish I wrote it down, but I don't know what the hell it was.
Yeah. Did you tell me? I don't remember. I think you might have mentioned it, but then I think you said you were gonna finish it, like finish telling me on the show.
Oh yeah. So then I got woken up at 2:15, and at 2:15, it was like the fridge. What I thought was the rain. It was we have a mini fridge, and that was making like loud ass noises. Like it got
So
louder.
the noises woke you up like from a dead sleep?
That's what woke me up.
Oh shit.
And then so I was sleeping on this side, and I turned over and I kind of like sat up, and I was like, wait, that's not rain. I was like, it's the refrigerator. It was like making noise. It was like bah, bah, like ice cracking or something. I was like, damn, and just talking crap.
It was
I
like
was
extra loud to you, right? It sounded extra
no, it was
loud.
like really loud.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, shut up. I just said it like not thinking I'm talking to spirit, mind you.
Right,
I was
right.
just saying it like out loud. I was like, God, this is annoying. Like, shut up. I can't even sleep like this.
Mhm.
And I chalked it up to that. I lay back down flat, like on my back. And when I closed my eyes, that song was like ripping and tearing in my brain. It was like the volume went free. And I was like, damn, I was like, I couldn't go to sleep. I started saying, I'm like, please, like, shut up. Like, I can't even concentrate on sleeping.
Like,
And it wouldn't stop. So I started getting like this anxiety thing in my chest.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I felt that, I was like, oh, I see where this is going. Like, that's been a new thing for me. And like, when I find that spirit is around, I get like, it feels like a panic attack is happening for some reason. I've never had that. That's only happened in the past 6 months.
Do you feel like you're getting do you feel like you're getting stronger? That's why, like you're not used to it, so you're like overwhelmed.
I think I will probably have to like work on like, so that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to work on like maybe not letting that work me up or whatever. But at first I freaked out when I felt, I was like, what the hell is this? And
probably overwhelming. You're probably like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Yeah, it could be, because I have asked a few people about that they mentioned that's what it feels like, and they just said, you know,
you have to learn how to
control it. Yeah,
manage it, right? Yeah.
And then so when I felt that, and I was like, oh, I was like, okay, and I ignored it, is what I did, and I was laying there, and it's kind of like quiet. And out of nowhere, I hear, and I was like,
hell no.
I say, whatever you are, get out of this house right now.
I'd be like,
yes? Yo, you're not welcome here. So I was like, and that was a first for me to do that and then feel that. I was like, oh, hell no.
That's like a fucking scary movie. Oh, hell.
It was like, but I didn't feel like, because I have felt where the spirit feels like negative. I didn't feel that.
Yeah, but it's still scary.
It's creepy, right? Yeah. So I was like, oh no. So I started saying, I was like, get out. I was like, whatever it is. I was like, you were not invited here. I'm trying to sleep. You know, you have no permission to be here if I didn't call you here or whatever. And then like when I tell you, everything went gone. Song, I don't remember the song, gone. The noise gone. Everything gone. And I was just laying there. I was like, I can't go back to sleep now. What the hell? And I gotta go to work. I gotta get up and work in like 20 minutes. And like, no, that day sucked. I was so tired. So you know that day, that morning when Armando was taking the girls to school, I always talk to the girls on the way to school, like on the phone. And I always ask them, hey, how did you sleep? And like, how are you guys? And, oh, everybody, we slept okay. Emma, the little one, tells me first she slept good. And then the oldest one, oh, I sleep good. Yeah, everything. And she goes, Mom, she goes, I felt when you came in, you gave me a kiss and a hug. And I was like, yeah.
You did it?
She was like, yeah. No, I didn't. She goes, yeah. She goes, oh, you. I was like, what do you mean? And she was like, you gave me a kiss on my cheek. And she goes, and you hugged me. You know, and I can literally like picture it. I was like, oh, I'm glad you like that. And she was like, yeah, I knew it was you. And I was like, yeah. And then, so when the girl's like out of the car, he's like, that wasn't you, was it? And I was like, no. I was like, but let me tell you what happened to me. So whatever it was, like.
Night. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Oh, he said, what's up? With catching spirits.
Yes.
What's up? What's up? All right. Night, guys. I mean, I'm saying night, guys. I'm repeating what he wrote.
He's married. So he has a wife. So good night to you and your wife.
Good night.
Oh my gosh. So I don't know what the hell who it was. You know, I kind of felt when I heard the hey in my head, I thought it was a female, like a female energy. I don't.
Yeah, like you think it was like a family member?
I guess.
Yeah.
Well, who I don't know, because I mean I don't know. I never really met my grandparents
Yeah.
of either side. Honestly, I don't know. You know.
Yeah. Like I told you, I think I mentioned on the show too. My granddaughter, I think she was at school, and she said my dad was, because she calls Joey Papa. So but she said she's saying my grandpa, which my dad would be her great grandpa. So she felt like somebody was like rubbing her shin area, like softly. And she came home and she told our daughter, she's like, Papa or Grandpa was rubbing my leg. And I'm like, and the first thing I'm thinking is like, how the fuck is he rubbing her leg when she's in Arizona? She's in a whole different state. Like, what the fuck? I'm like, I'm there thinking the worst, right?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is weird, right? And then she said, no, Grandpa. And I'm like, oh yeah, she calls him Papa. So that was weird. That was like he was trying to get her attention. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, like she knows I took her ghost hunting or whatever before, but sorry, that's our did you hear that?
Yes. That
was a vibrator.
was the
So
chief.
we have automatic lights that go on and off, at a certain time.
Oh, yeah.
We got to take it off the table.
Yeah, man. That's why Joey's all smiling and shit.
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding. Sorry, Rated R. Hope there's no kids in here. But yeah, no, that was a trip, because that was the first time she's ever said something like that. But yeah, I don't know. And then we see stuff in the house, we feel stuff, but we ignore it. Like we turn it off very quickly. Like I'll be in the kitchen doing the dishes, and I'll feel like something brushed against me, and then I'll think I'm like, okay, that was weird, but then I'll turn it off. Like I won't acknowledge it at all. You guys ever get feelings like touch or people brushing against you or
No?
I get that. I don't. Maybe it's a muscle spasm. I don't fucking know, but it happens a lot.
So I was gonna say, do you ever get so another thing that I get is like when I tell you like the songs, like I get songs.
No, I
don't get them as much as I used to.
No,
but
the
you guys
only song that I've been, I don't know if you know that Spanish artist, Juan Luis Guerra. My grandmother used to listen to him back a long time ago when I was younger, and then ever since she passed away, like I've been hearing more of his music popping up, the older stuff, and then a newer song that he just came out with. So I've been hearing him a lot.
And you never heard that before when she was alive?
No.
So that must
like
be
every now and again, but not like now. Now it's like popping up all the time.
Yeah, that could be her like saying, "Hey."
Yeah. So to me, songs are huge.
Yeah.
Huge sign. Like before it used to be. I don't know again who that would be. I used to get "You Are My Sunshine," so it'll be like "You Are My Sunshine, Little Sunshine," like the chorus, and I'll just be washing dishes and I don't know where I'm singing that. I'm like, why the hell am I singing this for? I'm like, but who it is or in relation even family wise, to me, I don't know.
I don't know, yeah. And then another. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Finish. Go ahead. I have to say it before I forget, but go ahead. I'll keep it in my head. Sorry.
So this is before I started making on my YouTube, like on my personal YouTube. I have now I made a list. So I call it like spirit guide.
Yeah.
Songs. So somebody told me she was like, every time you hear a song, she goes, I think it's like, she thought that was like my guide originally. Like she goes, what I do is I made a list and I started putting all the songs there. So then I started doing that. But there even be songs that I don't even remember, like I don't really know, but out in my head I know it to the
you hear it in your head, and then
like I'll wake up to it completely, like literally almost like wake up singing to it, and I'm like, what the hell song is this? So that's normally what I'll write it down.
A song you never heard before, like you'll just. That's crazy.
Like, I mean, I can't even tell you
like how would that just pop up in your head if you never heard it? That's weird.
Bro, crazy. So
that is weird.
They give me like the little messages like that. So now I've created a list, and I do that. I keep track of the songs that way.
Cindy said she heard kids singing "Jesus Loves Me" when I was at the haunted morgue. That's crazy. In your head, Cindy?
In your head or like out loud?
Yeah.
Imagine hearing that disembodied.
Yeah,
that
I
makes
don't think I'm gonna start paying attention. I think a lot of stuff though I kind of block out. Like, oh, speaking of song though, we have I told you guys we have Alexas everywhere, right? Like Alexa in every fucking room. Because
Mhm.
But anyway, in the kitchen specifically, that fucking Alexa keeps playing fucking music. But nobody's
no.
talking. They'll just start fucking saying, "Oh, something, something, something,"
And then play
and
some
just
random songs.
I can come home and the shit's fucking playing unless my dogs are talking to it. Why the hell is it going off?
Hmm.
I don't know. Maybe it's defective. I don't know. But I'm like,
And it's only the one in the kitchen.
yeah, which is why would it be in the kitchen? I don't know. But it never done that before. It just started not too long ago, like a couple months now. I'm like,
Yeah.
why all of a sudden you start playing music?
And have you noticed like what kind of songs there are, or like is it like super random, or is it something like you?
It's just super random, baby. I just tell it to shut up.
Yeah, as soon as we hear it, I'm like,
yeah,
stop.
Yeah, we don't even pay attention to the music. We just like turn it off.
Oh man, girl, you gotta pay attention to see what the hell it is.
I
Maybe
know,
it's like,
right? Yeah,
the figure out who it is. You know.
They could
Oh
be
my
trying to talk
God.
to us, and we're over here like, shut up.
La cucaracha.
Oh my god! And then this location.
My grandma was a piano teacher. She would make me. Oh,
Mella's saying that her roaches are signs. I mean,
Her
her
roaches
signs. Her roaches.
is that
She must have grew up in Joe's apartment.
Wait, is that what it is? Cucarachas is roaches?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit,
Cucarachas.
cucarachas. Oh, is that the song cucaracha? Are they talking about
Yes, that's
cockroaches?
that.
I
Yes.
didn't know that. What? Why were you fucking
Yeah.
making a song about cockroach? Cucaracha.
The more
that
you
really
know.
I don't know. I don't know where
I
that
didn't
song
know
came from.
that. Oh shit. Okay. Obviously, I don't know shit of Spanish.
Dude.
That's crazy. I thought it was just a cool fucking name. Wow. I don't like cockroaches. They're fucking scary and ugly. And crickets too. They're ugly as fuck.
Water bugs.
Well, yeah, the water bugs. We call them. What do they call them?
Water bugs.
We're all brave
No,
until
do we
they
call them water
start
bugs? What the fuck
flying.
do we call them? I don't know. Those fucking things are scary and they don't die for shit.
So I looked up 911 angel number just to
Uh-huh.
see. I was kind of interested in what it would say.
Yes. What? Tell me.
Do you see that anymore or not really?
No, but there was a period I was getting freaked out because I was like, "What the fuck does that mean?" Like,
Mm-hmm. So, okay. So maybe tell me if this makes sense to what was happening in that time in your life. Okay.
Okay.
So it says it's often associated with endings and new beginnings. The number 911 encourages individuals to embrace change, let go of past, and focus on personal growth. It also symbolizes the need for speed. It's like a spiritual awakening or an awareness in one's life, one's purpose, increase awareness of one's life purpose, whatever.
Shit, I don't remember.
And like, yeah, I mean, it depends. Like, so when I see like my thing is like 111 or 1111.
Uh-huh.
So I have to always kind of like, I have to go back and like look at the meaning of it again. But sometimes whenever I see that, like I'll think of what I'm thinking about at that moment.
Mhm.
Or maybe what I had just talked about or something. And if it's maybe it has to do with something I, trying to like a goal I'm trying to reach or something like that.
Yeah.
So I would focus more or put attention on that. But I get crazy, dude. Like, on Friday I went to Publix with the girls after school.
Mhm.
Oh, this is crazy.
Yeah, this is the grocery store, right?
Yes.
Okay.
What's
we don't
your
have
guys'
that here.
main grocery store?
Publix?
Yeah.
Publix?
Yeah, we don't have
Publix.
Publix here.
Publix is like Florida's big ass grocery chain.
Well,
So like,
no, we go all the
Okay.
way up to like.
I don't know where.
I think like North Carolina.
What's your guys' main grocery chain?
We have Walmart, the grocery store. We have Albertsons, Ralph's, Food for Less, Stater Brothers.
Albertsons. We used to have actually where all the Publixes are. For the most part, they were Albertsons, right? I think so.
For the most part,
But a lot of these places are owned by the same people.
Yeah.
A lot of these big companies are owned by the same people. They just name it.
Kroger. Do you guys have Kroger? Kroger is Ralph's and
no. I know Texas has Kroger, right?
Fuck, I don't remember.
No.
They might.
But yeah,
we
like
usually go shopping
Sam's
at-
Club is owned by Walmart.
Yeah, we do Sam's Club. We have Sam's Club, Costco. Yeah.
Oh yeah. See,
The only reason I know about Publix is because I watch a lot of van life living, and they're on most of them are on the East Coast, so that's why I heard Publix. That's why I was like, is that a grocery store? I think that's
Publix
what
is
it is.
expensive, girl.
So is Albertsons and Ralph's and all that shit. Yeah, that's why I go to Walmart for. My
I heard
groceries.
Kroger is like good. I never get Kroger.
If you get it on
No?
sale, yeah. But if you get it on sale, yeah. But
You guys have
expensive.
Aldi's?
yeah,
Yeah. I don't know where.
Aldi's is good.
in the Buena Park,
Oh.
yeah,
Do they make you pay the quarter for
but
the
not
cart?
very far. Huh?
Yes, everybody does.
They make you pay the quarter for the cart.
Yep.
And you get the
Yeah.
quarterback.
I think there's another one in
California makes you pay for everything.
I think it's Ollie's ever Walmart.
No, but that's just. I mean, no, that's how they justify like saving on bags or whatever. You only got
Yeah.
Dillon's in my Dillon's.
Dillon's. I don't even have Dillon's.
Dillon's.
I think in Montana they had freaking
25%. Yeah, 25% cart.
yeah.
But you get your quarterback. Stop complaining. It's
Or I
Yeah,
just
people in the
hold
cart.
everything like a madman until we leave.
But do they?
I've
do they
done
give you
that. Other
bags?
shit dropping all over the store.
Do they give you plastic bags?
No, you gotta buy it.
You have to buy.
Oh,
it.
out there too. Out here too. You gotta buy your bags.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you buy it, or like you can. They have like a bin full of like cardboard boxes, and you just
Oh, at Sam's
put it
Club,
in
you mean?
boxes. No, and Aldi's.
Oh no. Grocery stores. Any grocery store here, plastic bags are
They don't.
plastic bags are banned.
They're banned, but they still sell you water and
Yeah.
plastic.
You know, you
Yeah,
can
it
buy
makes no
you
sense.
can buy the grocery bags for 10 cents, but yeah, in California there's no more
And
bags.
to me, that's all. It's a perception. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
straws
It is,
too.
but
You
then
don't
in the
even
back, you're not
straw
really
anymore.
thinking about like this other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, everything else is you can't get rid of. No way you can get rid of plastic. They get so you can't. You're gonna stop giving you bags,
Yeah.
but everything is wrapped in plastic.
yeah.
So they give you grocery bags when you go to a regular store like a Publix? They give you
Yeah,
like
yeah. They have bags.
You can ask for paper, plastic,
Or you can bring your own bags.
You can bring your own bags.
yeah, not here. Nope. Not even a straw. You want to go to a restaurant, you have to ask for the straw. It's illegal for them to ask you if you
Yeah.
want one. You have to ask them as a customer.
Yeah.
You better give me my damn straw.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
if you don't
tried
ask,
to
they won't
do-
give it to you.
They try to enforce the paper straws here,
That
and
sucks.
Yeah.
it's a mess.
No. But you know what's great is like they gave you the paper straw wrapped in a plastic bag,
Yeah.
like wrapped
Right.
in plastic.
right.
Individual. I'm like, tell me,
Hello, make it make sense.
tell me this
Yeah.
makes
No,
sense. to you.
and-
No, it's good for the environment.
And then they found out that the paper straws,
Yeah, don't drink it.
they have like harmful chemicals to us.
Disgusting. They freaking get soggy. Disgusting. Yeah.
Oh, it don't work, but it's something that it's a cancer causing chemical inside that they
Oh, I'm not
use.
fucking use that. Yeah, I don't want to suck out of a paper straw though. Yeah.
So,
Now that I know that,
don't
I'm like,
use that, guys, because that's
Yeah.
um
You hear about the metal straws? I don't like metal straws.
no.
You remember that lady in like Europe? She fucking was drinking out of her cup and she fell and
I have like this hard ass plastic one that I
Went
just
in her
wash
eye.
it.
Yeah.
yeah, plastic I'll do, but she had a metal straw and she was walking and she tripped and the straw went bloop right in her eye. I was like, oh fuck, I am never drinking out of those.
Ooh.
You didn't hear that? Oh yeah.
my god.
I know.
You gotta drink fast with paper straw. I ain't drinking fast. I'm enjoying my drink. Screw those
Yeah.
paper straws.
Drink up with a paper straw with a milkshake.
Yeah, I take my straw out of my drink and leave it on top.
Dude, we had a place that served the milkshake with the paper straws. Trash.
Yeah.
Hell
Just
no.
ask for a
Yeah.
spoon at that point. Just
Right? Yeah.
give me the plastic spoon.
So terrible. Give me a plastic spoon. Don't give me no paper spoon.
Yeah. Okay, so I gotta ask, you guys ever see like anything, like any shadow people at a corner of your eye at all? We see them all the time.
Yeah, us too.
Oh, do you?
Where? I don't see him here.
Jen was like,
In
I
the
know.
house, no,
Are you
but
crazy?
when we go investigate, yeah, of course.
Oh, but you don't see them like in like anywhere like around the house or nothing.
Oh, around the
No.
house, no.
Oh,
No,
no,
I
feel like I
was
see.
seeing that at a
Um,
time, but I cleared out what I believe that
I
was.
mean, it doesn't bother us, but it does make you like, damn, did I just see that? You know?
I did.
Yeah.
I thought I was seeing something, and then
Yeah.
I figured when I did do that cleansing,
Oh, see.
I noticed I haven't seen that. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I will see it, like like I don't know, the thing was following me. What a friend of mine that I had, she done my astrology chart.
Mm-hmm.
Chaz, she also does. She can also pick up like she does clearing. She does house clearings.
Mm-hmm.
So she kind of picked up on what I was talking about here. I had mentioned it, and she was like, "It's not good. It's not bad." She goes, "But you'd rather not have that at your house." And I was like, "Yeah, I don't want that shit in my house." You know, she said basically it's like it was an earthbound spirit. It was a girl that I've seen it,
Mm-hmm.
and that he's seen it. And then I think maybe I don't know why I just liked being here. Maybe because
Like,
of my kids or something. I'm not too sure. But
The kid,
she goes,
it
huh?
looks
the
crazy.
kid's never seen anything, and they don't say, "Oh, look." But that one time that
Well,
you said you gave her a kiss.
I
Oh,
no. That had nothing to do with that. That was just this week.
oh, this week.
I
Yeah.
cleared the shit out in December. Like the ending of December. I think probably in December I
Oh,
cleared
last
it
year,
out.
2023. Just recently,
Yeah.
then. Oh shit.
November,
Okay.
December I cleared that thing
Yeah.
out. Like twice. I had to do like back to back. Like say like I did in November, December I did like a big ass clearing. And I
Mm-hmm.
haven't had that shit since. Like it's been like
What do they? What does
um
she do? What is she? How does she do it? Does she like?
oh well she told me she goes she's told me what she saw and picked up she goes I thought she thought it was an earthbound spirit that she couldn't really tell if it was malicious or not,
Right.
but to be on the safe side she had wanted me to clear it out. So she didn't clear it out herself. She goes you're strong enough that you can do it. She goes and I
Good
I
job.
did I did fucking do it.
Yeah.
I was surprised. I was like, so I asked her, what was it that you say again, as far as like closing doorways and portals, and I had to listen. I thank God I recorded our whole like session that she did for me, and I went back and I listened to it, and so when I did the cleansing, like upstairs and
Mhm.
downstairs, I remembered I had some oil that my one of our teammates gave me, and it's like a I don't remember. I don't know if it's sage in there or something like that. I think it's sage, and I can't remember what else is in there. Some sage oil. So what I did was like every time I cleared out a room, I also anointed every window, mirror. I did like the rims of the TV, anything that was
What
like
is anointed? What
reflective,
does that mean? Anointed, like what is that?
anointed, like blessed oil, or
Okay.
like a
Oh, okay,
or
okay,
like
okay.
a cleansing oil or something like that. So when anointed means like when you like
Right, the cross,
make a
draw the
cross on
cross.
it. Stuff like
Yeah.
I did that to everything, and I kept repeating the same thing over and over again. I was like, I close out any doorways, entryways, and portals. I forget how I said like say like, and at the end I would be like in Jesus' name,
Yeah.
to every room. I was doing it over and over again and everywhere, and so like I pushed it out. When I tell you this thing
Nothing.
was like done,
Really good.
like you can feel it's like neutral in here,
Yeah. Yeah.
like nothing. But so that thing, my youngest said she goes, oh, that she had started mentioning she saw a girl in her dream that was like calling her, like telling her to play with her. And she was like, and I was like, what does she look like? And when she described it, I was like, oh hell no. That's when I was like, oh no, bitch, you gotta go. Because how she said it is how I actually physically seen that girl when we first moved into this house. So she looked dead. Like
Oh
that's the first
hell
spirit I
no.
ever seen that looked dead.
See, I don't
And
see. Yeah, I can't tell if it's a man or female because it happens so quick.
I don't know,
It's like
like this,
they like
we made
work
eye
by you.
contact. She smiled.
Oh
She made
hell
sure that
no.
she knew that I saw her and everything. And I was like staring out, like, whoa, what the fuck is that? And then, but I thought it was a one time thing. No, apparently it was floating around in and out. And
Oh hell
Chaz had
no.
told me that it was kind of coming through from like the staircase area.
Uh-huh.
And she goes, do you have like something behind the staircase, like a closet? And I said, yeah. She goes, clear out the closet. So like I did like a whole big thing in this side
Like
there
that's
too,
what
and I
you're
anointed the
hiding.
walls in there.
Yeah.
Huh? So like it's maybe like that little inch away.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
And that's how I found out like spirits like any spirit, they use like staircases and stuff like that, those spaces as like portals.
Mm.
I didn't know that until
I didn't
after
know
I
that
started looking
either.
into that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I take now good extra emphasis on that area.
Yeah.
Um and when I first saw it, it was right here by the staircase in the first place, and then going into that where that would have been the behind of the closet, behind the staircase. So all of that should make sense. When she said it, I was like, oh yes, it makes sense because that's the same area. So my daughter was like, yeah, I will see it in my dream. She said it a couple times, and I was like, oh hell no.
It's like easy access to upstairs too. You know what I mean? Like it just. Bloop.
Well, yeah. So I would be in my room, and I would think I would see something like kind of here, and I'm like watching TV, and I would just like look over. I'm like, I feel like I feel something move, or like I don't know, like if like something was like. But ever since I did that, like that completely went away, like stopped altogether. And I felt like I even felt like the energy like felt different in the house, like clear, like a neutral slate, like nothing.
I think
even though I didn't feel bad before, but like it just feels like extra nothing.
Our son, who hates ghost hunting with us, he just goes because I make him. But he said that the other day he had thought I was in the room, like his door is directly across from ours. He could have swear that I was standing there, and he jumped. He thought it was me standing in my door. And I'm like, dude, I'm in the kitchen. Like, no, it wasn't me. And he doesn't see shit. Like, he doesn't want to think shit. He doesn't want to see that because it freaks him out. Like, he gets nervous when I mess with my dolls and shit.
Yeah.
So,
oh my God.
I'm like, it wasn't me. Like Shaggy said, it wasn't me.
Situation. Cindy says she has spirits in her daughter's staircase too.
And the haunt at her daughter's haunted house. And then Fairy Cognito said, I've seen shadows since I was little. Me too. I think I've always seen shadows too. So I don't know. As long as they don't bother me, I'm fine. They totally stay. You know what I mean? As long as they don't start moving shit and affecting anybody that comes to my door or my dogs or my kids or anybody, then it's fine. Just don't bother us, Yeah. As long as there's no malicious intent either. It doesn't bother me. How do you feel? Do you mind him? You don't mind him here? He'll say he sees shit too, and
I mean, as long as they're not like bothering me. I mean,
yeah. Did I tell you a story? Like our bathroom mirror, if you look straight in the mirror, you can see our room a little bit. And I told you about the camera that was next to my water pick that I thought was going off when his grandma passed away. There was one time I'm brushing my teeth, and I look, and I could have fucking swore he walked in the room, but he was outside, and I'm like. So I'm brushing my teeth, and after I was gonna wait because I thought he walked into the room. He saw me in the bathroom, and he decided to use the other one.
Right.
So when I was done, I walked out, and I'm like, okay. So I go outside, and he's out there barbecuing. I think he was barbecuing at the time. I said, "Did you just walk in the room?" He's like, "No." So our camera
that would freak me out.
Yeah, our camera. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, let me see if there's anything on the camera. So as you know, the tracking motion, the green boxes, that shit was picking up something that came in the fucking room. I have that video somewhere on my phone, but I was like, what the fuck? Like that just basically confirmed.
But you didn't on the camera, like on the video, nothing came out?
Nothing came out, but you could see the boxes.
Yeah, you can see it tracking.
I was like, what the fuck? It got me excited, but scary at the same time.
I was scared.
I was like, oh.
Hell no. That's crazy.
It was crazy. Do you say
No, go ahead.
I don't say we just live with them. Yeah, see? Yeah, as long as they don't bother us. Yay, Dantix, welcome back. Oh, and then we told you about the dream. I think we talked about it in live where he woke up from the dead and thought he saw somebody crawling on our fucking wall.
Yeah.
You see stuff too all the time, right? It's not just me. You'll see stuff like you'll think that I'm there and I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen like sometimes shadows or some stuff pass through room to room or in the hallway and out.
Yeah.
But
our dogs sometimes even pick up. They'll just be staring somewhere and like getting ready to bark. Yeah, I love it though. I love it. I get excited. I'm like,
hey, when it comes to like that, I don't think it's like your family members or whatever. Maybe it could be.
But I feel like
it's more like you're haunted.
Yeah. I feel like something was here before we moved in though.
Well, it could be the
previous owners.
What's his name? The one that used to the old man?
Ed,
the old man that used to live here
before us. Yeah.
He passed away. So I mean it could be him
coming back.
Lingering, like passing through.
But then I feel like it's my little brother too. Like before that too. No matter where I was, I always felt like my little brother was like showing me signs of, or like sometimes I feel like a tap on my calf. But I always feel like I'm like, oh, it's just a muscle spasm or whatever, you know? Like,
What was there anything that he liked or whatever that you can think of? Maybe that would be a sign from him.
no, I mean, we used to play fight and shit, you know, but
He didn't have a favorite
no,
candy.
I don't
Style
remember. See,
car.
yeah, I don't remember because he passed away so long ago. It's been
Yeah, let me
he,
know.
okay. He passed away in '98. So it's been a long time. I don't know, but I could tell you when he first passed away,
Mm.
some crazy shit. That shit scared the fucking crap out of me.
What?
I was with my ex-husband at the time. I was in Montana. We lived on military base housing, and it was like a duplex, but there was 4 in a row. So what is that, quadplex? I don't know what the fuck you call them.
Mhm.
So anyway, so one day I was like upset. I was crying because he just passed away, and I'm like about to take a shower, and I'm like, you know, fuck Johnny, if you can hear me, give me a sign that you're here. And then as soon as I fucking was about to get in the shower, fucking lights went off. And that fucking feeling of being cold, you know, that cold feeling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like you're cold, like a cold. It was like a fucking chilling cold. That shit scared
Yeah.
the shit out of me. And then I told you about the speaker. I think I told you guys a story. There was a speaker on the top of the stairs that I had like a plant on because we didn't have a lot of money. So I used it as a piece of furniture. It wasn't
No.
plugged in, nothing. Our dog at the time would bark at this fucking speaker, like go fucking crazy over the speaker. She would not go upstairs at all. Yeah. So okay, so back that up. The lights turned off. I'm like, what the fuck? We went to go flick on the switch. They came back on. It was like the breaker went off, which is weird. Why, you know, we never had that happen. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
No, but did the breaker come back on?
Mhm.
I don't remember, but it was fucking terrifying. And then the dog would bark, and then like just look little stuff. I would just feel him close. But then over the years, I feel like it's died down. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because I kind of I don't want to say I forgot, but it's like it's been so many years. Like I could talk about it now without crying. Before it took me
Right.
so many years to like not be able to talk
Yeah.
about him or I would fucking bawl like a baby.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's just because I close my mind and like he can't.
No, I don't think it's
I
that.
don't
I
know.
think it's like,
Knows you're good.
yeah, I know you're
He knows
good.
I'm
You
good.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that grief part. Because I
Yeah.
was like that for the lady the lady I would call my grandma.
Mhm.
She used to there was just somebody that used to take care of me
Mhm.
for years. I mean, gazillion years. Like it took me forever to not. And
Feed her, babe.
I remember when I got like that. I guess like closure. I guess I don't know how to explain it, but I couldn't talk about her without like just starting crying.
Bawling. Yeah, like bawl.
Like
I would
just
bawl.
incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was hard. It was
but
fucking. It
I
took a
remember
long.
I remember when it stopped though,
Yeah.
which is kind of funny. So I was on the way to work. I worked the overnight shift at that time, and I
Mhm.
was listening to there's a guy, damn, I can't remember, on YouTube. He would do lives, and at that night he had a medium on his show. Sean G, or I forget what his name is. And he had a medium on his show, and he was taking in calls. So I just called, and I was like, I doubt it. I'll get, it'll come through, but it went
Yeah.
through. So anytime I could talk to anybody, I was always asking about her, and she's not really related to me, but I loved
Yeah,
her like she was my
but
grandma.
you loved her. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and in her death, like I took it really bad. So when I called, I asked, I go, is there, I go, like, I explained it like that. I was like, I have a lady that I consider her my grandma. Like, I feel, and at that time, I never seen I had never signs from her. No, I never dreamed of her, nothing. And then I kind of like hurt my feelings. I was like, damn, bro. I was like, I love you
I
so
know.
much.
Yeah.
And I got nothing.
Right.
And
Yeah.
then so
Yeah.
I told the medium, I was like, is there anything, how come I don't hear from her or something like that? I can't remember the exact question, but that was more or less around the line.
Mhm.
And then he stays quiet. He goes, all right, hold on. And then he stays quiet. He goes, nothing. He didn't say shit about this lady, bro. And then, in which I was just like, oh, really? He was like, he goes, just know that you're loved from the other side. Like there's like so many people behind you. you're extremely protected. I know now. I've come to realize that now. He's like, you're extremely protected and you're loved. And then in my head, I was like, damn, that was like a big F you, you know? Like, I don't know. I took it like that. I kind of took it like, not mad at the guy. I was just
like she didn't want to come through or something. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then from that moment on, like something in my brain like shut it off. I was just like, that's it. You know, like I'm not gonna ask about you anymore. I'm done.
Yeah.
And maybe like a year after that, because I can't remember. We moved in here in 2019, so by about 2020, yeah, about a year after that, that's the first time I had a dream with her, and it was like a vivid ass dream. I knew it was her. It
You
was
think
like
maybe like for some reason, even though you wanted to talk to her so bad, you kind of blocked that, and that's why she wasn't able to come through?
No, I think it was just because I couldn't. I couldn't. Like how you said, like
you wanted it so bad, but some part of your
cry.
brain was like not letting you open that up.
I don't think from what I understood was like it was just the grief was so bad,
yeah,
that I couldn't handle it. So they didn't want that. Is what I got.
That could be,
you know. So
that makes sense. Yeah.
So then I'm telling you, like something in my brain, I was just like, I'm done. So I never asked about her again, never even thought about it. And then out of nowhere, like boom, I got like a dream about her. And then she lived in a trailer park. We lived in a trailer park. And I remember I was outside of the house, but it was super white. I mean, whiter than hell. They're freaking white, like a bright ass white. I go inside, and then she's there in the kitchen, and then I don't know what she was doing. Like she was doing something, like by the sink. And I say, "Hey," I go, "Where you been?" And she goes, "I've been here the whole time." And then she goes and she gives me a hug. And then I remember that. And then that's pretty much about it. Something else happened, but I don't remember much. I wrote it down. I have like a dream journal. And then I was like, finally, I got my damn.
She's like, I've been here the whole time, but I couldn't let you know without.
Yeah, I think I had to get over that.
Yeah.
Grief or whatever.
It was that. Yeah. I know, my brother too.
Normally I would be fucking snot.
I know, me too. Yeah. And then when my brother passed away, I used to have this reoccurring dream that, I think I mentioned it here, that I felt like that he was buried alive. So I had a dream that I went to the cemetery, dug him up, and he was alive, and I brought him home. We were sitting in the front yard, and I was like, dude, why, because for anybody that doesn't know, my brother passed away from suicide. So I can talk. I'm surprised I can even talk about it without crying. But anyway, I was like, why did you do this? Like, why would you leave me? Blah, blah. Because we were really, really, really close, really close. And so I give him a hug and then I was like, let's go talk to mom and dad. And he had a hole in his head. I don't know what the fuck the meaning of the hole was. I don't know, and I can't remember his conversation to me, but I remember what I asked him. I don't remember if he responded, you know what I mean? But I kept having the dream and then it would end. That was it. So I don't know if it was just a way of like, I couldn't believe he was not here. Like I didn't want to believe it. That's why I kept having a dream that I went to go dig him up. I have no idea, but yeah, it was hard. Thank you. That was hard. I cannot for like fucking years. I could not talk about him without fucking bawling.
Yeah.
That shit it's hard. Yeah. Cause we were close. We was like me and him. We used to ditch school together. We would elementary. We were bad kids.
Elementary.
Yeah, we were bad. I know we were bad. This is how bad we were. We put on promotion because we didn't go to school.
Oh my god!
I know we were so bad, but then we straightened out. We went, but it's crazy. It's hard. I don't know. Isn't that weird? Like my dad passes away and I cry. Like my best friend passes away and I cry. But I think it's back to seeing somebody every day is harder to lose than somebody you talk to once a week, or it's just different. It's different. Yeah. Like my brother and I, we grew up together, so that was why it was hard as fuck. And then my dad, I would talk to, he was in Texas, so I would talk to him every once in a while. My best friend, I would only talk to every once in a while because she's in San Diego and I'm in LA. So it's like it hits me, but then it's like I forget about it. I don't want to. You don't want to say forget about it. I don't want to sound fucking rude, but it's like you don't think about it, And then when you think about it, it's like damn, it's reality. So yeah. I think Cindy says the same thing. Yeah, it's
Do
crazy.
you think, as far as for like your best friend, would there be anything that you think she would send you as a sign if you were to ask for it? Like, I believe we can like ask for that stuff now.
I don't know. See, I have a
I don't know
video.
what you
on my-
call it. I think you're able to call that. Is what I'm.
yeah, I have a video because her mom passed away a few years before that. And she was actually here and she asked me if I can try to connect with her mom. And we did. We did an investigation together. So she knows. I mean, she knows how the devices and stuff work, you know. Um, but that one time where I smelled the perfume, it was she passed away in February, which this month. Jose's grandma passed away this month too. It was fucking shitty ass month. But anyway, 5 months later in July, her brother passed away. So her sisters, she has two other sisters, they called me and said, you know, you might want to come say goodbye. And I was like, if you need me, I'm there. So I drove to the hospital. I was there when her brother passed. Very next day is when I started getting that fucking smell. I was with my daughter and her boyfriend, and we were watching like some ghost show. We weren't even thinking about Jessica, nothing. We wouldn't even think about it. We were just talking about the paranormal show. All of a sudden, I got this fucking whiff of like, the smell was so good. I wish there was a perfume. It was so fucking, it smelled so good. And I'm like, dude, you guys smell that? Like I kept smelling it. I'm like, what the fuck? So, and then all of a sudden they started smelling it. Like, and I wouldn't smell anymore because they were on the other couch. They would smell it and they would come back to me. It was like back and forth. Like as she was walking back and forth. And so I was like telling Joey, I was like, dude, I smell like a sweet smell. And he's like, well, get your shit. You know, my K. So I got the only thing I had right next to me was my K2 meter. And that shit was like lighting up like a Christmas tree.
Oh, wow.
So I think that was like probably the only time that she gave me a sign. I think that was the only time. I don't think, but or maybe she has and I just didn't notice. I don't know. You know?
Not know what it is. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I probably didn't notice. Huh? What are you saying? Thank you to? Oh, my death.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, Cindy. Yeah. Yeah. It's hard. I don't know. Death fucking sucks. It fucking sucks.
Yeah.
My Wi-Fi is sketchy.
So the Wi-Fi is sketchy, so it's delayed.
Oh,
Delayed on her end.
thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Joey typed thank you because I was like, what are you typing thank you for?
Yeah, there's a glitch in our Wi-Fi.
You do?
No, right here. So that's why she didn't realize what was going on.
Oh,
So stupid.
her Wi-Fi.
You fucking got jokes, okay?
Oh my god.
we did a okay, so what do you think about investigating like outside? Like, so we did a video, my last video I just posted. We went to Linda Vista Hospital. Obviously, we couldn't go in because it's a retirement center. So we did an investigation in our car. Do you think spirits are? I think so too. What do you guys think? Yeah. Or like they could just, if they can go through walls, they can come through fucking car doors. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so that's kind of like what I think you can bring that in. Like, so like if I don't know. Like how we call in, like in Yesterday Village, I'm in one location. There's the spirit Joseph that's in the Riddle house. I can be in another house in that same location, and I ask for him.
Yeah.
And he has come through. So, you know, I think
we've come to notice
anywhere and everywhere at the same time.
Yeah.
in different locations.
I was surprised.
Different places.
Yeah, I was surprised how much activity we're getting. I was like, what? It wasn't a lot, but it was, you know, for us in the physical building.
It was a hospital. It's gonna be tied. All that shit's gonna be tied to the land, anyways. You know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Definitely want to go back. Dude, so we can go to a cemetery because we know we can't get into cemeteries after a certain time. We could just go fucking sit in front of a cemetery and see if we get anything.
Hey, Lumi.
What do you think?
Actually, Lumi right here. This is Chaz. This is the person who I'm referring to. Actually.
Oh, that showed you how to.
She's in my astrological chart reading, and then I mentioned about I don't know how that even got brought up in a conversation, to be quite honest with you. And I mentioned about like what I seen here, and then she went ahead and tried to tap in. So she does clearings. There's somebody else I know that does that too. She does clearings from where she's at remotely and try to tap in to see what's at your house and like maybe like the level of like bad, good, or whatever.
Mhm.
and she would be able to clear it out or tell you what to do to clear it out, which is what I did. So that's her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I even told her, I was like, dude, ever since I did that, like
Everything's
like
like
nothing. And I want to upkeep it. So every other month I'm doing that instead of like I was doing it every 6 months or whatever because it gets fucking tedious.
Mhm.
I try to make it a point to it. If I don't do it every month, I'm doing it every other month. Just going around clearing the whole house and just pushing out whatever energy. But at the same time, if we're doing investigations or you can pick up
you don't want to
crap
bring,
anywhere,
yeah,
you
you
know what
bring
I'm
it back something. Yeah, yeah,
This
Yeah,
is working
so-
the case now in Texas
yeah.
and North Carolina.
So what do you think of our spirits here? Do they bother you?
No, I mean, I don't
I
really.
don't know how you guys.
Well, yeah, we don't think
I
about
don't really
it. We
think
don't
about it. I mean, I
yeah.
like stuff that I like shadows or whatever that I didn't really.
That shit, that one shadow that I told you he woke up from a dead sleep, that freaked him out. I've never seen him like that. Like
would
he
freak me
straight
out. But-
jumped out. I was like, oh,
Dude,
what the
but you
fuck
know
is
what's
wrong with you?
crazy? Remember how I told you, I don't know what live we were doing, and I was saying that behind pretend I'm
Oh, you
pointing,
saw something in the
pretend you-
mirror.
Yeah, I
I
went back and
saw
looked.
something in a mirror, but the way I saw it was like it was on the roof, on the ceiling,
Yeah,
and it kind
I
of
was-
like moved around that way.
Did you ever
And
review it?
then
I looked. I didn't see anything.
But no,
I know
did she-
I rewinded. I looked it over and I didn't see it. I didn't see it then anymore. So I saw it live. I
could've-
don't know.
you
So maybe
probably
that's like a
could've seen
clairvoyant
it.
thing.
No, but yeah,
Huh?
or maybe you seen it, but it just didn't pick up on the camera.
That could be too.
Yeah,
Also,
he didn't want to be
but
seen.
then you told
Yeah.
me that he sees it. That he has saw stuff like crawling on the roof, and I was like, "Holy fuck, that's what I saw!" Like, so I picked it up. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
she's-
no, I don't like that.
you seen your friend.
I don't
Wasn't
like
telling
that
him to go
going on
away.
there.
Our friends
Oh
don't
my
climb on
God.
roofs. That's an evil one. Look.
Yeah, I see it live, and then I try to go back to it, and it's not there. That has happened to me.
See, she
So
sees it live too. Yeah. But if you go back to watch the video, if they save it, do you see it on camera? Like, do you believe that too?
No,
Like,
I
you know,
didn't see
you're
it
like,
on camera again.
yeah, like, no, I'm asking.
Oh,
Luna,
her?
is that her? Yeah.
Other than I see
Luminary.
videos that have
Luminary.
already been recorded.
What you-
Much better than I see.
Like you see something, you see it better. Like if you're watching it live, like I picked it up for you guys,
Uh-huh.
then a replay, basically.
Okay, so do you think, like, you know how you're at a location and you're like, fuck, I just thought I just seen something, but the camera doesn't get it. Do you think ghosts have a, do you think there's some that can show themselves if they want to and not? Like they can manipulate?
Oh
I
yeah,
believe
yeah.
that too,
I
yeah,
think
for
they
sure.
they do that. I think they want, if they don't have to like manipulate the K2 or whatever. And if they want to show themselves to you in any
camera,
form,
yeah.
I think they do. So like
Yeah.
the one I saw here, I've never seen a spirit like that look dead, like deceased. Like I can tell.
I've never seen that, and I hope I don't
deceased.
either. Yeah, besides my
It
brother.
wasn't-
Yeah.
It was not cute.
To
Yeah.
me, when I saw it, it looked like, the best way I can describe it, she looked like the girl from The Ring.
Mhm.
I was
Like
gonna say that
the
too.
Skin,
That's
the
great.
skin was like
That's
Yeah.
what she looked like.
I was
rotting
exactly-
away,
I
and
was
she had like a white dress,
That's crazy.
like
Yeah.
a white, like how the Ring girl looked.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I think, and I know spirits say, like, if you're an asshole, right, and you want to be a spirit asshole,
You could be.
you
a
can
yeah.
manipulate yourself to come across that. Even in for people who are clairvoyant, who can actually see them, they're gonna
Mhm.
come across looking like whatever they want to look like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's why people be like, oh, it's demons, or what is like the thing that you saw Waverly. That's why I don't believe
The
that's happening.
creeper.
The creeper thing. I don't believe it's
Yeah.
a creeper exactly. I just think it's something that manipulates itself to look like that.
Yeah.
And because they give it so much energy,
Right.
that's because so when people talk about like creepers, I believe that. There are spirits that do that, but
How do you feel about the demon?
I think
word?
they make it do that.
I feel like
Huh?
demon word. I think demons is very strong. I don't think it should be thrown
Yeah.
around so loosely like some people do. I think they're asshole spirits that are just assholes, that can
Oh yeah, of course.
portray like they're demonic and they're not, but
Yeah, they want to. If they have the power, they can see your fear.
Yeah,
they have the
for
power
sure.
to do
Yeah, and they
that.
can pretend,
They're
I'm
gonna
fucking
do it.
scared. Yeah. Did the ring have what is this? Did the ring have anything to do with the haunted objects?
Oh no, remember Chaz? That was the girl that I initially told you about, and then that my daughter was seeing her in a dream.
Tell me about your daughter getting her hair pulled. Remember you said that one of your girls had their hair like pulled?
So that was okay. So
you didn't tell me about that. Yeah. Uh-huh.
So last week we went to MegaCon, right? And we sat in a panel with damn, I forget her name right now. I'm drawing a blank. Oh, Connie. I forget her last name. So it's Connie and August, and he does I don't know if he
they're members of PERS, which is the Paranormal Existence Research Society.
Yeah, she is. He's not. He has his own. He's his own like entity, whatever. When he does his own stuff. But they were doing a panel together, and he was doing exercise where he wanted everybody to first feel like what their own energy field feels like.
Mm-hmm.
So like to focus on your palm and kind of try to feel what it feels like when you do that, when you're staring into it and you're focusing on it.
Yeah.
And then you can move that energy around and you can feel like what it feels like. You're basically like kind of like your aura field or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then the next exercise was that you will extend that out and not in a meditative way, but not meditating. If you're thinking of, you want to call in on a loved one or whatever to come through or a guide, mm-hmm. you ask for them and you can feel when that energy shifts, like that like your energy field breaks where you can feel something else come in.
Yeah.
So normally I'm able to feel like an energy shift now, like in a room or whatever. Like, but this is for like to really like get a good consensus on that, like to really know how that feels. You would do the exercise. So during that exercise, I think that's when she said because she was trying it. She was like, I don't know who she was thinking about because it's not like she knows anybody like that. But she had her eyes closed and she was just doing the whole routine like with everybody. And she felt like something like was her hair like that, like on her side of her ear.
Like flick it.
Yeah, like that. And then I was like, you did? And she was like, yeah. And then later on, we went up to the stage and we were talking to Connie and August. And so she said it. She goes, I want to tell you that I felt like somebody moved my hair or something. And she goes, she goes, I've been having the same thing too. She goes, that actually happened to me in the same ear. And she was like, you did? But she really did. Like she wasn't joking around. And then she has it. Oh my God. I couldn't even talk. Jesus. And she was like, yeah.
You getting choked up?
No.
Literally?
Like, can we like that? And then so I told her, I was like, it's it's okay, whatever. Don't, she's not scared about it. But I did tell Connie when they were doing the panel, oh my God. This thing is not making me talk, whatever the hell that is.
It's like, don't tell my story.
Yeah. When I told her when they were doing the panel, what I did see them, she had mentioned something, and I told her, I go, when I saw you guys talking on stage, I can see like a big. They had like a violet, almost purple, reddish glow, which was weird. Light behind them, like so it was like a panel of like group of 6 people sitting there, and you can I saw like sometimes like a flash of red, or it wasn't red, it was like a red purple color. And I told her that I was like, I don't know. She goes, dude, I've been feeling like shit behind me the whole time. She's a medium. She's like, I've been feeling crap behind me this whole time. She goes, and the other girls in the panel has been like doing the same.
That's crazy.
I was like, I don't know. I was like, I saw it like 2 times, and then my daughter's over here like feeling this crap, and then she's like, that's interesting. She goes, I'm going to tell the other people about that.
Do you feel anything with your hair, Armando? Joey feels it all the time with his hair.
Yeah.
His gorgeous locks.
Fantastic. Comment is good.
Let me see. Do you think you manifest a spirit if you give it a name? Yes.
Yes,
This
I
is
believe it too.
this is an experiment that me and our buddy Joe were gonna do. I
Yeah.
just didn't want to keep the doll. I was gonna buy a random ass doll from the dollar store.
I don't know if you would like manifest it, like create it, like you like create it. I think there might be like a spirit that hears you, and then it
That could happen as
attached.
well.
to then it would do what you're saying it's to do. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Do you, okay, so
Yeah.
do you feel like a spirit is from like a deceased, or do you think it's like that's a whole different topic? What do you call it? What do they call it? Oh, it's
What
everywhere.
do you mean?
Matrix? No, is it Matrix? No.
Wait,
What do you
wait.
think
What
a
do you
spirit
mean?
is? Like, do you think a spirit is of a person, one living, or is it like something else?
I think
It's
well,
a-
it's both. There's
Yeah.
there's
What do you
there's
call it? How do you call it? I
people.
don't. Uh-huh.
So I would say like ghosts, what people call ghosts,
Uh-huh.
would be people that are like earthbound,
Okay.
like people that have passed and have not moved on. So I
Okay.
will call that a ghost. And then spirits to me could be different. Could be that too, but not earthbound spirit. They're not earthbound. They
Like
have
they can
moved
come
on,
and
but
go
they
when they
can
want.
come back, right?
Mhm.
And then there's different energy, different type of entities also. So there's different categories.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. I call them all the same. Ghost, spirit, whatever. But I mean, you could be totally right. I mean, that does make sense too.
Yeah.
You know, without getting technical. Yeah, that could be. What do you think the spirit is? I don't know, but I like my spirits and I want them to stay as long as they're nice. I'm glad we have ghosts in my house, or whatever you want to call them.
All the ghosts. Henry, go to Joy's house now.
Oh shit! I
She
saw an
has
episode.
nice dolls if you want.
She has nice dolls
right?
and mirrors.
I haven't
And
touched them since that day. Did I tell you? Oh, I didn't tell you. Remember
What?
that thing that I posted, the 666 that came up on that spirit chat?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so there's a sign. Okay, so I don't know. Maybe it's not a sign. So I was talking to
Oh, I
my
didn't-
other best friend, right? I
Mhm.
was talking to my other best friend. It was me, it was Jessica, Lisa, and myself, right? There's three of us. We were like over 30 years of friendship, blah, blah. So I was talking to her, Lisa, and I was talking to Jessica's sister, and I was telling her that, you know, she's seen my little episode on TikTok, and she goes, that was crazy, that 666. I was like, I know, that was fucking crazy. She goes, maybe that was Jessica's way of coming through because we're all 6 months apart.
Oh, I remember that.
Exactly
Yes,
6 months apart. Not exactly to the day, but, you know, Jessica and my birthday's in March, and then Lisa's is September. So it's, you know, Jessica's oldest, and then Lisa, and then me. So we always called each other the 666 girls. So I'm like, maybe that 666 was Jessica's way of coming through.
Mm.
I was like, it makes me feel better. So I'm just gonna run with that story.
Well, do you remember what was the
What
other
theory?
thing that was there too? There was something else. It was that and then something else, right? You
And
remember?
then it kept saying something like, the fuck did it say?
I don't know,
You
took
will
pictures.
see. You know how many pictures I took since then? It's fucking buried. It said
Yeah, I
something
think
like,
it was like you will see. That's what I was gonna say. It
see,
said something,
and then
didn't it?
below, yeah, it was like fucking weird. Like that's why
It was
like,
creepy. It was creepy.
yeah, that's why I'm
It
like,
was-
maybe it wasn't Jessica coming through. I don't know, but I was gonna say it was
Yeah.
just. I was just gonna say it was a positive. It was a positive thing.
She's
Yeah,
like,
I
it
don't
was a
mess with
lovely
that. I don't mess with the
experience.
666.
666.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, it was just crazy.
Yeah.
And then you would see below, and it was like, we're watching you, or oh, here it is. So what did it say? It says evil here. No, what the fuck? Where did it go?
This is not
I
Jessica.
was like, what? Oh, it says you will see, and then Taylor, and then below, and then elected, chest, tobacco, 666. And then it says a crick, and then they're watching.
Who? Creek.
No, it says what? Crook.
Crook.
Crook. And then they're watching, and then it says evil here. And it says not true. It was just shit that was popping. I was like,
It's all over your face.
fuck. It sounded, everything that was coming through sounded not good. But I'm going to stick with the 666 being, that's what it meant. Because, yeah, when you trying to manifest that shit up in here. Huh. And then I was like, dude, look. He's like, it's because you're a doll. He's like,
Yeah,
"Well,
screw them those. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, shut up. think it's
Well, you know
old.
what? I was going back to that video, and so when I had like the whole like thing like that was filmed when Ashley's video, she was actually talking about the chair at the time, not even the doll.
Yeah, it was chair. Yeah. I
So
don't know.
maybe it's not
But
even
that
a doll.
one doll, her
maybe it's a
doll-
freaking chair because that chair was going off though.
Yeah. But then her doll, when she first sent me a picture, I was like, ooh, that shit gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Let me show you a little quick video.
Oh, hell no. Is that the EDI?
Yeah.
I want one
There's no
so
video.
bad.
It's not playing? Yeah, it's playing. It's only 17 seconds.
Yeah, but it's muted.
Where were you guys at?
We were investigating at a bar that was it was originally a shopping plaza. Well, it's a shopping
No.
plaza now, but it was originally
A jail.
a jail and a fire department.
And a little
And a
courthouse.
courthouse
Yeah,
as well.
courthouse, and it had like the holding cells.
At the jail.
The courthouse,
Mhm.
or excuse me, the police station is where the bar is now, and the restrooms are the jail cells. And
not many though. I mean, not like
no, it was two.
like two, literally two. That's what I'm saying, like two holding cells.
So I was doing an EVP session in one of the bathrooms by myself, and I was just taking just pictures of the mirror because for some reason, like I just didn't feel.
Who was behind you? Who was
positive
on the
in
side of you?
It's somebody, a
we
camera.
were
okay.
filming for 𝐒ɪឫ Pacto.
Yeah.
So then I told a friend of mine, hey, I think there's something up with the mirror. So he brings his SLS. So that's him. That's 𝗟𝗏𝗏. And then this is what he was catching on the mirror. So the mirror was a portal.
There's nobody
Yeah,
there.
there's nobody there.
There's nobody there.
That's
I moved on
crazy.
purpose so you would see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. There's nobody behind it for it to false pick up. Wow.
And people, at least the people who worked at the bar, the lady, Linda, I think is her name? Tina.
No, Tina.
She said that sometimes people feel like weird inside the bathroom, and 2 people died in that. What were the bathrooms or the cells or whatever? One of them OD'd.
Yeah.
And the other one, I'm not sure.
No, the other one hung himself.
And the other one hung himself.
Yeah.
There you go.
But the other one OD'd on coke, I think is what it was.
Oh shit!
What was the EVP you were playing? That's for 17 seconds. What was it?
No, it was just the Eddie. It was stuck on 666. The temperature.
The EDI, the little machine. I want.
So what I like to use with that, like I'm like, hey, can you make it go to a specific number and like to see it, to watch it go to like a specific number, like 666 or like, I don't know, make it go to like 500, and it was just like dramatically drop. Like, I think that's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't have one of those. Those are somebody else's.
Yeah.
I know. I want one so bad.
Yeah.
They don't sell them anymore though. I'll find it. I'm not gonna stop till I get one. I'm just kidding.
I do want one of those. Oh shit!
Let's see who gets their way first. Joy with the Eddie or Joey with the fart bombs.
Who's gonna get it first?
He'll probably get it first. You better not. That shit fucking.
I still have
that shit stinks. Oh my god, you guys, that shit smells so bad.
I still have the liquid ass, but it's in my locker.
He said I still have it.
Liquid ass.
I forgot to tell you. So on Friday when I went to Publix, the whole Publix story, I forgot. I went to go pay, right? And the total amount was $45.45.
And that's crazy.
So another thing, like, maybe not for me exactly, because I looked it up just to see what maybe what the meaning would be. But so when the lady was like, oh, 40, she goes, oh, your total was $45.45, and she was like, she stopped, she goes, oh my god, that's my clock out, that's her clock out number. So I was like, so I looked at her, I go play the lotto, and she just kind of like stared at me, and I was like, all right, bye, have a nice day. And then
like,
I'm like, she was like, and he was like, you told her to go play the lotto. What if she wins? I was like, well, it's meant for her, like
Yeah.
maybe I'm supposed to come through and tell her something. I don't know, the sign doesn't have to be for me,
You're right.
for
Yeah,
her.
because that's her clock out number. Yeah. Maybe it's,
Yeah. She's like,
I wonder if
that's
she
it.
won.
But in Spanish, she's like, es mi número de
Para ponchar.
para ponchar. And I was like, yeah, I go, well, go play the lotto. Enjoy. But yeah, so this, things like that. I think we also get things for maybe through us for like other people. It's so weird.
Yeah. Yeah. Or just happens at an exact moment, but it's meant for them, not for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's crazy.
This is funny. I went one time through like McDonald's, right? That morning I had to take my dad to the urgent care, and it was like chaotic. And I went home to go change, and I was like, dude, I'm starving. I was on that time I was on an overnight shift, and I was like, I'm just gonna grab something to eat and bring it over there back to the hospital to just be there with him and just eat, right?
Sorry.
And then the girl at the drive-thru, I'm here like paying her, and she goes, can I ask you a question? And I was like, okay. I didn't think it was gonna be this. She goes, have you ever been like broken up in a really bad relationship and then like you don't know what to do and you're crying and this and that?
Oh my God.
Like, what is going on right now? I was
like maybe she just felt that connection with you, like you're just gonna be the one that give her good advice.
Spilled her guts out, and I was like, oh, and I was like, no, yes. I was like, as a matter of fact, I have. I was like, and I got over it, and I'm married now, and I have 2 kids, and I'm good. We're happy. I was like, you think it's the end of the world then, at that moment, but you're okay. Like, no, she's like, oh, I'm so glad you're here. And I was like, girl, throw in an extra biscuit or something,
Right, for real. Can I get my milk for free?
I need another orange juice.
Whatever happened to you were supposed to pass on the message. Now for her, you can get the extra biscuit from her, but passing on the message to the lotto lady.
Right. Did you go back to the drive-thru? You should go back to the drive-thru.
At the end of the day, Spirit will never tell you lotto numbers.
Yeah, like you should go back to the drive-thru.
Hey, whatever happened to that cashier lady? She was super nice.
What the hell? I just got gone.
She won the lotto. She told us to go F ourselves.
For real? What if she won? What if she's the one that won the lotto? You should be like, yo.
Oh, I'll find out, right?
Yeah. Be like, can I get a little something?
I'm at that Publix all the time. It's across the street. So if I don't see her anymore, I guess I know what happened.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Joey, what's the Super Bowl score at? Because we don't know.
10-6.
10-6.
Oh, okay. So that was right.
Kansas City just
a little closer. A little closer.
Who are you rooting for?
The Miami Dolphins next year when they go to Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's my team.
Never.
No.
Never gonna happen.
Hey, don't say never. Don't say never.
They're cursed.
No. I don't want to hear it. No, if I had money on the line, I would have put it on the Chiefs. I know you guys are maybe rooting for the 49ers because you live over there, but
no, he's not.
I've just learned too many times to not bet against Mahomes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with Jenna. I don't give a fuck.
I'm a New York Giants fan.
Oh, that's right. All right. Yeah. That's actually my second team.
He's with you guys. He's from the East Coast.
I love the Giants. Just they're not my main team because I gotta go for my Dolphins, my home team. Yeah. But every time my Dolphins get eliminated, I always root for the Giants. I love the G-men, especially since you guys kicked the shit out of the Patriots for those 2 Super Bowls. I was loving life. If you know me, you're like a friend of mine from down here. You just know I hate Boston sports. Absolutely hate it. Hate them with a passion, especially the Celtics. I cannot stand the Boston Celtics.
I can chime in on that one too.
I hate them with a passion. And it like they've always been like pesado to me, but it was especially when they were actually playing the Lakers in the NBA Finals, and Paul Pierce faked the injury, but we come to find out that he really didn't get injured. He just shit himself, and
do you remember that
embarrassed
incident?
He was so embarrassed to walk on the court because
Dude, you know they asked him
Oh,
about
that's
that.
fucked
Still.
up.
Every once
That's
in a while,
Yeah.
yeah. And I think he admitted he was like, yeah,
I
I
shit myself.
right. We might as well. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody knows, right? You might as well
He
not try
faked
not
his
to lie.
injury, and yeah,
Yeah.
but it's just, I don't like him.
So I guess nobody's a Charger fan.
They're
No?
You're
You're
cool.
from the West Coast now. You've been here longer than you've been on the East Coast.
Yeah, but I won't convert.
No, G man.
I'm
I like the
all
G,
the
man.
way.
West Coast. Isn't that crazy? Like he's been here longer than he was raised in New York.
Is it?
Yeah. You've been here longer, 23 years.
Yeah, 2 years more.
Yeah, because when I met him, he was 21.
Yeah.
He's a fucking baby.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
the thing, though. I think like
happened.
it's just you go for your home teams. Like
Poop happened.
if I was to ever not live in Florida anymore, or I move like out of Miami, I would still be a Dolphins fan. That's how that was instilled in me from when I was a little kid. You know, you go for
Yeah,
your
I think
Dolphins,
it's yeah.
you go for your Heat. That's just how it was. You had no other option.
She said the Chiefs training field at her hometown.
Oh, okay, nice.
Where's that? Where's that at?
Missouri, I think. Missouri.
Where do they play? Where's
Yeah,
that?
Kansas City's in Missouri, so
Yeah.
they probably train there. Yeah, a lot of the teams they don't train like where they're at. Like the Dolphins here, they used to train in like the next county over.
Mhm.
Now they build the training facilities all in the same parking lot of where the Dolphins play, so they do it all there. But before, yeah, it used to be a county away, and it was done like that on purpose because they actually did. Since it rains here, we have bipolar weather conditions here.
So do we, yeah.
So it had to be like in a dome, and they did like a domed practice area, and then they were right next to a hospital. So if somebody got hurt, bam, like right, literally walking distance from the hospital. They did that kind of like on purpose.
You guys got to see the Vegas new stadium. That shit is badass. I see. We haven't been there, but it's pretty cool.
That's where they're playing the Super Bowl now.
Oh, are they really? Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
It's
I
a
want
new
to go. I
stadium?
haven't been.
Yeah, the Raiders. The
Oh,
Raiders left LA, and they're.
So you guys never been to Vegas or nothing? Not
No, I've never been.
East or the West.
I've
Yeah.
never been west of the Mississippi.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been to East Coast. Unless I haven't, I don't remember. I probably was a baby. I don't remember.
Nope.
Yeah, the furthest I
But
went.
we
was
will be going to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania.
That's still on the East Coast, isn't it? Yeah. That's still-
Yeah.
I was just throwing it.
That doesn't count. You need to come on this side. No.
We have friends that live in Vegas that have already invited us like a handful of times, right?
Yeah, you should definitely come.
so-
Yeah, he moved. He moved. A good friend of mine moved over there.
Yeah. He's
Vegas,
living it
like
up.
so. From his, I remember him. He showed me like a picture of his house,
Mm-hmm.
or like maybe from him standing from his yard, and he could see like the Vegas city lights and stuff
the
like
strip.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so pretty. Yeah.
Yeah, he had a dope ass
pretty.
house.
It's busy as hell. though.
Yeah, he's awesome. It was
Yeah.
awesome for him because he was a police officer down here, and
Yeah,
you know he retired and
Just decided to leave.
went to Vegas.
he always had a house over there,
Mhm.
but he ended up selling that, and he wasn't sure if he was gonna move or not, and then he just sold what he had here, and he moved over there to that house until he can get something bigger. Like he got something
Is
bigger.
Florida retirement friendly? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
They don't take
State taxes from you guys, right?
Right.
All right.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
They don't.
California, they tax you fucking for flushing a
It's
toilet. It's
for
ridiculous.
everything. Yeah.
Us, Texas, and
Vegas does it. There's like a hand, like I don't know if it's 12
there's
cities.
not that many. Yeah. There's not that many that charge you.
That
Vegas charge you? No.
That charge you
Vegas
state
does
tax.
that don't charge or do charge
That
you?
they don't.
Oh, there's not that many, right?
Right.
I think
Yeah.
everybody
It's
else does. Yeah,
like
New York
it's like getting
does.
a pay
Everybody
raise.
does.
It's like getting a pay raise if you retire in some of these states.
Where does your aunt live?
Right.
She
Oh,
lives-
that's probably why they do it. Yeah.
Yeah, his cousin and his aunt lives in Florida.
Yeah.
I don't know where though. I forgot where.
I don't know, Saint something.
Yeah. Here we only pay the city tax, which is 7%.
Yeah.
But there's like you
Fort
guys
Pierce.
pay
I think it's
city
Fort
and
Pierce.
tax.
Oh, Fort Pierce. Okay.
How far is
Okay,
that
so
from you guys?
So Fort Pierce is actually about 30 minutes from West Palm, and West Palm from
I
us
say it was
is
like 2
like
hours.
2 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay, that's not bad.
But West Palm is where Yesteryear Village, where the most famous location there to investigate is the Riddle House. That's where that is. So it's
In
super
Fort
close to
Pierce?
there. Yeah, Fort
Fort
Pierce is close to West Palm Beach, that's where the Riddle House is.
Okay, okay. How far is Disney World from you guys?
Not the, yeah, 4 hours.
4 hours?
3.5, 4 hours.
3.5, 4 hours, depending on traffic.
And your how you drive.
Damn, yeah. That's how Vegas is to us, right? Like 4.5, 5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we were in San Diego, it'd be like 6 hours, but
Yeah, so Orlando is that. So that's where we were last weekend. We came from that area.
oh, from Orlando? Damn, it's fucking
Yeah.
far.
Yeah.
It's crazy because when you think of Florida, you think of
Kansas
like
City just scored.
Oh.
Hey, you know what? I didn't tell you. So that night that we came back from MegaCon,
uh-huh.
I'm watching on a Fire Stick. Sorry, guys.
we got back to the hotel. We went and we got some pizza, right?
Uh-huh.
And then we took it to go so we can eat at the hotel room.
Touchdown.
And so he went to go put the little card to open the key. So, and mind you, it was fucking cold, right? So we stand out there and goes like that to open the door. And it's like,
yeah.
bang. And then, and as soon as I heard that, I was like, oh no. I'm like, that's not good. He's like, what the hell? And they're trying to bang open this door. And I was like, dude, it's not going to open. I was like,
I'm like, somebody put the latch.
Okay, somebody. Well, not somebody.
The
latch that you put
impression.
on, yeah, but it makes no sense. He's like, somebody's in my room. I was like, it can't be somebody in your room because there's nobody in your room. In hotel doors they had that stupid knob thing.
Yeah.
You put it over.
Like the little
if you're inside the room.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah, that shit was on. It was locked in.
Nobody was in there?
Because the guy goes, oh, it's because you guys slammed the door. I was like, my wife closed the door and she doesn't slam anything.
You would have, usually they're pretty stiff. They shouldn't be just like floppy like that. Right? Yeah. That's crazy.
So he had to like break that shit with a fucking axe. He was like, gang, gang. And I was like outside.
You only got like this
neighbors must
oh my God.
hate you. No, I couldn't. I was trying everything to like.
It was cold as shit.
Yeah, everything. And I was like, dude,
so
call the front desk, man, because this is ridiculous. We were trying to get it off ourselves, but he was like, he told the front desk, there's somebody in my room, and I was like, would you stop saying that? There's nobody in the room.
What the fuck? What if
could have been a ghost?
What if there was like a fucking hidden door somewhere? And
no, there wasn't, because there was
from the attic.
You know how some rooms have like doors.
Yeah,
you know, but they're locked. No, I did not have that.
But then there's a secret passageway under the bed or something.
I'm
just kidding. I'm totally kidding.
It had nothing, but it sure as hell was locked. So we're sitting there. When we came in, the guy's sitting there doing all the door drama. It took him forever to even get a new one on there. He had to put a new one on there, and it wouldn't like align, and I don't know, some crazy stuff. And I'm just sitting there on the bed eating pizza. My kids are eating food, and just
there's a TikTok hack. Have you seen it? You put a piece of tape and a rubber band, and somehow it like. There's TikTok. They show you that people can get into those all the time. See, you should have just went on fucking TikTok.
I don't have no rubber band and tape.
Sorry.
No,
Boy, we're not MacGyver.
The opposite. Shit.
I tried everything. I tried my card. I tried keys. I had the door like closed like a little bit so I can like flick it over. It wouldn't do that. And then because I have like a bulb.
That's crazy. How the fuck it closed like that? Yeah. And then if you were to slam it, you would have to slam it.
The door.
Yeah, I think you would have to slam it like over and over and over. It wouldn't just one time you slam it and it fucking closes.
And yeah, like a one perfect time. And then, but who closes a door like that?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that shit.
Yeah, no. So yeah, it was definitely.
So I in my head, I was like, I don't know if that had anything to do.
Yeah, texting it
This
too.
is why I started going crazy. I was like, does this have anything to do with the whatever we did at the con?
Oh, huh? Yeah.
That was that same day, earlier,
Unless,
hours earlier.
unless that specific room.
Unless
like,
something in that room don't even want us back. They're like, girl, bye. Don't
yeah,
come
like
back here.
something happened in that room. It was like, this is my room.
Yeah, because I do have a tendency to bring like my cat balls. But
Do you?
I didn't do,
I don't like
yeah,
cat
and I'll put
balls,
it
yeah.
when we go on trips and stuff, and then
Uh-huh.
I get shit right. We get shit right away. I wouldn't even say anything. I would just click it, and I'll have it running on, and I would just put it like on top of something,
Yeah.
and then or I'll put it on the bed, and next thing you know, it's like
yeah.
hi, how are you?
Like,
Yeah, I
please,
don't-
God,
I
I
don't-
just want to go.
And then he's like, I just want to go to sleep.
It's all blinky.
I want to go somewhere to eat so bad. I'm starving. Please.
Yeah.
But
don't
I
like
didn't
cat
bring him this time, and then I don't know. So that was weird.
Maybe that. Yeah. If you did, you
And
might.
that was freaking crazy. And then the following night is like the whole Ron thing, right? We had came back from Orlando that following night,
Uh-huh.
and then we talked to Ron. And then when I went to sleep, that's when I got woken up at 12. And I was like, "What are you?"
Something's
I was like, "No, you're not
yeah.
invited here. Get out."
Yeah. That's crazy.
You know, I don't know. It could have been different things all at this.
But it definitely wasn't because you closed the freaking door. I don't believe that at all. I don't
No.
think. Yeah, that's not. The guy was dumb.
Because even
probably-
when we first got there, he had went to go to the car, get shit back, come back to the room.
Yeah.
And he closed the door plenty of times. That thing never and I was inside of the room at that time. It never moved.
That guy
Never
probably
locked.
knows something, and that was just what he tells.
Oh, he ain't scared of me. I'm gonna be the wrong person. Whatever.
Right? Be like, you do.
When
know I
when
have
when
that.
I heard what it was, in my head, I was like, "Oh, that's rich. This is so funny." And I was like, "Good job, Spirit." And like I just took it like that. I was like, "This is fantastic. Great."
Be like, since you close it, can you open it?
Yeah.
We're only here for one
Now
night.
do it the opposite way.
Yeah. I have kids, please. That's cool.
In my head, I was just thinking like this thing was like, nah, I don't want anybody in my room or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just kind of like the image I got in my head.
That's funny. That's
Oh.
fun. Did you feel anything when you were in the room though? Like nothing?
No, but I wasn't really trying to tap in like that either. Like I didn't sit there and think about it. When we were standing outside, like waiting,
Mm-hmm.
that's what that popped in my head was like, no, I don't want you here. And I'm like, ha. Okay. I was like, oh, we're gonna go in, okay?
That's crazy. That's crazy. Are you gonna walk them?
Later.
Yeah. No, because we're Disney. All right, we've been on 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's time to
Let's
use
go.
the bathroom. You guys, I can only handle 2 hours, and I'm ready to pee. Sorry. I'm telling everybody in the chat.
What do we have going on next week?
Next week, tell everybody your.
So I'm bringing a psychic medium on. He's known in the Los Angeles area. He's pretty well known. His name is Michael Hanna. So if you guys want to go on Facebook and check him out.
I'm super excited for that.
I haven't met him in person. Oh, he's been on a few shows. He's been on YouTube. He's been on. I can't remember what else. He said he's been on a couple shows though. So thanks, Dantex.
Thank you, Dantex.
From the fart spray to the ghost to the signs, we talk about it all. That's where
Thank you.
comes in.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us live. Everybody
Yeah.
that's watching later, and we totally understand with the Super Bowl. And let me know if I was right. I said Chiefs all the way, and it's looking good so far.
Yeah.
Until next time, you can catch Joy and
yeah.
Joey at JJ.Paranormal.
Period.
Some other thing. She always changes it up. Don't worry.
Who won? No, nobody won yet. They're still playing it.
They're still playing.
Follow 305's tag.
Just follow.
Follow 305 Paranormal.
You might even have it wrong right now because I changed it again.
Thank you, Cindy.
We're still on YouTube. We're still on IG and TikTok.
Yes. Easiest way to find us, JJ.Paranormal.
Unfortunately, we decided to leave MySpace. We hope you guys understand.
Have a good time at Disney.
Yay. Oh, yeah, we're going to Disney. So,
Enjoy
if
Disney.
you were to bring any ghost equipment there and you get caught, this is what I heard. They'll ban you for life
I agree. I think so. Yeah.
Did they catch you doing any kind of ghost anything? Fuckers.
No, do you want to be a mod? I don't know. We haven't had any issues yet.
No, I mean you can if you want. I mean,
I
I
also
don't know.
was gonna put you as a mod, and then you would have been like, "Oh, I'm a mod."
Yeah.
There you go. All right,
You
Dan
said, "Oh,
Tex.
mod." Oh my.
We have no mods. We'll start going on there. I'll have Joey go on there and talk shit to us. So that way we're gonna put you through the test. Just kidding. We're gonna make a fake account.
Oh, is that how? I don't know how that works, Jan.
I think you have to
explain.
go through. Hold on.
No, I mean I can go and you can like apply him as a mod, but so
I
that
think
because that person puts the links. Is that how it is? I don't know. I thought it was just to block people.
Oh yeah. No, but I don't know how it works out. Is this linked more to your? I think this is linked more to your account. So if you could put him a mod on your account, and then I'll show up on this one. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that way, like he can. You know how they put in the link or whatever and pin it?
Right. Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Dan says, I'm just gonna put you.
Yes.
Yeah.
You are.
You have to be a mod to share links. Oh, see, I didn't know that.
There you
See,
go. Well,
we learn
Oh.
something new every day.
Yeah, to make it highlighted, I guess maybe. Yeah.
Yes, I didn't know that. No wonder I couldn't do that shit before.
And then the next,
Like
the
on somebody
next,
else's thing.
the next thumbnail has to.
Yeah, I
you
don't
have
think
to-
we could do it on here. I don't think we could do it on here.
Next thumbnail, you have to go
Exactly,
like
platform
that.
makers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he
My
has to
phone
get his
died.
fork right.
Yeah.
He has to put it on his.
No, next thumbnail is her going like this.
Oh yeah, with the fart
yeah,
spray.
The lizard.
the lizard pose. There you go.
Yeah.
And then we'll have the fart spray.
Yeah, you should. With a nice
liquid ass.
liquid ass. All right, guys. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night. Thank you for
Alright.
joining. Appreciate you all. You guys are the best, and I love how you guys chat with us. I love it. Love it. Love it.
Yes.
For real.
See you next time.
See you
Yes,
next
sir.
week.
All right.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.